We are live. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I'm Mike.
I am Jay.
And we're gonna ride on a spaceship to your
And I'm
mom's.
strong enough to take these dreams. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. I was thinking, I'm all excited because of the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. I totally forgot about it. Like I heard it, they were doing a teaser, or like they teased the poster or something, and then I forgot all about them doing a teaser trailer coming out. I'm hyped to the tits.
Yeah, I'm excited. Or that reminds me, I got to put up the banner because we'll do that. We'll definitely do that, and we'll start that in the second hour of the show. I figure if we wait till the second hour, worst case scenario, if we do the fart. No, that's not what I wanted, Dad. If we do the reaction in the second hour, and they don't like jump in and like copyright us and like take the stream down, I hope they don't. I'm sure.
Is that brand new? Is the trailer brand new?
Just today. Yeah, it just came out today.
Oh, spicy sandwich.
I waited for you to watch.
Spicy sandwich. Don't give me a heartburn. I have faith though. Actually, I forgot. It's not Reitman's not directing this one.
He's
producing
this one? I gotta look this up. Let's see who's directing.
Quite scouted.
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share the screen with you guys.
I can never remember. I know John Reitman passed, or Ivan Reitman passed. What was his son's name?
Jason
Reitman. Yeah.
Jason. Ghostbusters. I always forget the name of it because I'm used to saying Afterlife. But
it's called Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Frozen Empire.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
Sub-Zero is the villain. I knew it.
Gil Kinnan.
I don't know anything about him.
Fucking Gil. It looks like
Gil. His name sounds like a patsy. So if it sucks, they're gonna say blame it on fucking Gil, man.
God damn, there's always a Gil. It's always Gil's fault. It's Gil Kinnan, and he directed Monster House, the original one in 2006.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, Monster House was pretty funny.
He wrote Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh.
I do have some bad news for you, however. He is the director of the Poltergeist remake.
No,
not the good, Ron.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Gil sucked stick, and that's a fact, Jack.
Hey. City of Ember. He directed City of Ember. He directed. Hey, here's a classic. He directed an episode of the Scream TV series.
Oh, God damn it! It just keeps getting worse. No, here's the thing. I give him okay. So you got two. It balances out because Monster House was funny and he wrote the script for Afterlife, which you enjoy. So I'll give him a pass on the other two fucking horrendous antichrists that slithered up through the cracks of the earth. I will give him a pass, and we were back to fresh start now, Gil. So don't fuck me, Gil.
Yeah, don't fuck me, Gil.
But yeah, the thing, at the end of the day, though, it's like I wonder why it's so weird that Jason Reitman would pass on directing it. Because Ivan Reitman even directed his Ghostbusters 2. You'd think he would follow in his dad's footsteps and at least direct the sequel to his movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder why. I bet there's a reason why he didn't direct it.
Maybe it was because of his dad passing. Maybe there was something to do with that. Maybe he
his dad passed before he did the first one.
No, that's not true at all. I was inside Hollywood scoops and it wasn't true. No, either way, maybe it was like he was already in the process of filming it. And so, but you know, the good news and bad news is they've had all this time. They pushed it back. So it was supposed to release at the end of this year. So they've had all this time to do some extra work on it, which could be a good and bad thing. Because the good news is that they could retool things, make it a little bit more crispier and nicer and special and work on the effects, or it could fuck up and they could change things that they shouldn't change that would have been awesome if they left it alone. Like that's the problem. Is like sometimes when you go back and you rework shit, you're like, I should have never touched that stuff at all. And now it's worse. Now it's a worse pile of shit.
And they can't really do anything because the strikes have been going on, right? So like if they wanted to tinker with it, like when there was the writer strike, obviously they couldn't tinker with the script. There's the actor strike now, so they can't do reshoots. I had no idea this much of the movie was even done.
Yeah, like, it was close. It was literally going to be out. That's why it's the Frozen Kingdom of the Aquaman childs, because it was like it was for December. It was going to be a December release. Shut up, Bone.
Oh, I see. Me. Oh, we have breaking news, Jay.
Gil is being replaced by Jason Reitman.
Check this out, man. Hold on. I got to go to my this is happening in real time, as Corey Feldman would say. The wolf pack is attacking me real time.
Ole, ole, ole.
I was just listening to that. That's so funny. We're doing it all night long.
Let me see here. Make him play that over and over again, apparently.
Okay, so I'm seeing it all over I'm seeing it all over Twitter that the strike is apparently has ended.
Oh yeah, well I'd heard about the studios had said they gave their last, best, and final offer. So it was like, all dicks on deck, because this is it. This is the big one. Y'all suck it or don't.
Whenever they say all dicks are on deck, my mouth starts to water.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's like a leftover. That's how everybody feels when they get to suck a dick on a deck.
So I used to pray for times like this. Okay, here it is from Deadline. The strike is over. SAG-AFTRA and studios reach deal on a new 3-year contract.
Oh, great. So we'll be back here in 2027.
And it's real because Billy Baldwin said it.
Dude, if you look at the deal that they gave them, and it was pretty sexy. Like the deal that the studios were working. I mean, it was like protection from AI, protection from all sorts of shit, better residuals on streaming shows. I mean, it was like literally everything.
Yeah, I'm happy, dude. I'm glad that because when you look at the stats for all that stuff, and obviously nobody really knows because nobody's in there or whatever, but when you look at the stats from what just the top CEOs of each one of these studios make, and these people are asking for pebbles, and they're trying to say, no, it would break the movie industry to give them what they want. And when you actually look at the numbers that people report, it's like, man, you guys would have to take one tiny pay, just the heads of the studios would have to take the tiniest pay cut to pay people what they're worth, and they refuse to do it. So I mean, I think it's a win for the world on this day. I'm sharing now the actual article.
I don't know. I would have kept them on strike a little longer and seen how AI could have wrote some better scripts. Because listen, I'll tell you what, man. If the state of Hollywood, it's some of that shitty ass scripts that were coming out. It's like, why would you not? It's like, you guys suck. You guys stay on strike and get better at your writing.
Everything would feel like a Marvel movie if they did that.
I would know, but I mean, because AI is always advancing. I just would want to know, because they were really super researching the AI, hardcore researching it. If it ever gets to a point where it can write Mario Puzo type of fucking scripts, or Steven Spielberg type of, I don't know. It's gonna be. I guess we'll have to revisit the strike.
Culminating a very dramatic day of studio earnings, results, and deadlines. The Actors Guild 17-member blah blah blah.
The screen is so fucking bright. It's like looking into the face of God.
That's my dick.
Oh.
The tentative agreement follows the studios responding on November 3rd to the Guild's last comprehensive counter with the self-described historic package. You know what I'm saying? I got one of those. Historic package.
Farts!
Yeah, that was succeeded less than 24 hours later by an expanded group of studio leaders, including execs from Paramount, Amazon, Apple, and joining the gang of the 4 to brief SAG-AFTRA on the why is all this business speak? We didn't just come towards you.
Where's our goddamn card? Me and Mike were in a movie. Where's our fucking card?
I want something.
Hey, I'm gonna go on strike too.
Last night they introduced a levy on subscribers on top of other areas, and a bridge too far, bully tactic, blah blah. You know what? The strike is over. Who cares about the details? Everybody, we're getting movies again. It's gonna happen. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great news.
Yeah, I can't wait for Hollywood to churn out those big blockbusters they've been churning out for the last 10 years. It's so good.
Hey man, you got to consider it this way. On the rate that we were going, by next summer, it would have been COVID in the theaters.
Next summer people would have got inventive and they would have been like, I'll work for cheap. Hey, well, I'll write you a fucking script and it might be better than they've done.
They weren't allowed to. They were literally
what if you weren't part of the guild? What if you were like a freelancer and you're like, fuck you, I'll write my own script.
Well, then you're called a scab and once the strike's over, nobody will hire you ever
I'd say
again.
Suck my scab, Steve. I'm getting paid, bitch.
Jay's like Richard Gere, the lawyer of the studios.
I know. I would just say, for me, if they were like, hey, I'll give you fucking $50,000 for your script. I mean, I know that's not a lot of money compared to what other writers make. I'm like, I'll take that shit. What you want? Give me give me a 200-page script. Like, I got you.
I think anytime that you got that many people who are willing to not fucking feed their families, and obviously George Clooney's feeding his family, right? But when you've got the lower level actors and they're willing to go without a fucking paycheck for that many days, someone was oppressing them. That's the way I fucking see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was definitely. I don't care about the high tier Hollywood actors. Those guys have millions of fucking dollars put away.
Right.
Yeah, I do give a shit about the low level writers that, or not even low level, mid tier, whatever, that don't get the money. Yeah, that's rough. I do feel bad for them. I didn't give a shit about other actors coming out and saying, we need to get paid for this and that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You make millions of dollars. Go be fucking pretty on a magazine cover and let the hard men do the hard work. You pussy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There was a lot of those that came out there asking for compensation for like dumbest, stupidest shit, like hijacking the movement of the actual people that have grievances and just putting petty stuff on there to get paid for. That's what I can't stand.
With anything, there's going to be, what do they call it in politics? Old pork barrel. Hey, by the way, speaking of politics, congratulations, Ohio. They can smoke all the weed they want.
Did they pass that?
They passed it in Ohio. They said weed is now legal in Ohio. Hopefully Kentucky's next. I don't even smoke it. I just want freedom for all the little potheads out there in the world.
Don't we have medical? You can smoke medical marijuana.
I think, but like you can't like buy it here. So it's not. It's if they bring it in here, it's gonna be like sports gambling. It's gonna be just another thing that
a fucking Democrat liberal piece of shit was elected governor again for another 4 miserable years. So you might just get your wish. You fucking.
I fucking love Andy Bashir. I don't know what you're talking about.
I fucking hate
Andy Bashir. He's like the most likable guy in the world. No, even like Donald Trump loves Andy Bashir.
You didn't back Trump. He's a fucking chump. That's the slogan. You don't back Trump, you're a chump.
Cameron backed Trump, but he still lost in a red state.
That's because
that's
Trump
crazy.
Backed him.
That's how much everybody loves.
I think
good old Andy.
I looked at the stats, like Fayette County, which is in it's Lexington, in Kentucky. 91% voted for Andy Bashir. You know what that tells me? Lexington, Kentucky is racist as fuck. Racist. No, it's not true though, because Louisville.
We're kidding you guys.
Louisville, which is Jefferson County, which is a huge population of black people, voted overwhelmingly for Andy Bashir. It was very popular. It's strange. Yeah. Kentucky is a very deep red state, but our governor it's Democrat. He barely won. Our governor barely won 4 years ago. Now he won by 2 points or so. It's just strange. It's a weird state. Like you got your governors and you got fucking goddamn chicken McNoodles. I can't remember if I tied my shoes. Mitch McConnell as your longest running king of the Senate.
Well, it's funny, dude, because like the reason I love Andy Bashir is because like when COVID was happening, all that shit was crazy. You turn on 5:30 and he'd be doing his little speech like Harrison Ford and Air Force One with his little V-neck on, and he'd be like, everything's gonna be like it was like tuning into Mr. Rogers during like a post-apocalyptic world. Like he was always so nice and so sweet, like so full of joy. I was like, I love this fucking guy. You know, everybody else is like,
I think his family looked like goddamn Stepford wives though. Like that fucking fake smile shit scared me on his campaign ads. You could tell they were like stretched, like their faces looked like rubber. And I was like, that's just weird. Like actually, like I know it's a campaign ad and it's supposed to be like, but it just looked like an uncomfortable 1980s Sears catalog, like family photo in the mall. It was awful looking.
It's better. Anything's better than those fucking people that have their family. Let's take a picture in front of the Christmas tree with our AK-47s. This is a nice family event.
Daniel Cameron's way better looking. 100% better looking than Andy Bashir.
Daniel Cameron?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Wayne Brady.
Nah, dude. Kind of, but Wayne Brady's
evil Wayne Brady.
Yeah, he's an attractive man, and he's also talented. No, you know what? I will say at the end of the day, though, I'm just glad it's fucking over. I really didn't give a shit who won at the end of the day. I was just goddamn tired of. I'm trying to watch my porn. I mean, I'm trying to watch news on my computer, and it's constant ads popping up about fucking Daniel Cameron or you guys know in your states like that. You're whatever your governor. Anyway,
we no matter who you vote for, like we all win because nobody has to watch any more fucking political ads until about 3 months when the presidential election ramps up.
That's gonna be fucking parties. It's just gonna be a cacophony of crazy. It's a presidential election, dude. It's gonna be fucking wild.
Yeah, like
I can't wait. That's just gonna be fun awesome for me. Like I don't really. It's just gonna be something that you sit back and like eat popcorn. Be like, who the fuck chops off whose head first? I want to see it.
I can't wait to throw myself off the top of the fucking Sears Tower when that shit starts. Oh god!
But at the end of the day, it's like with Andy Bashir, you know why he was so popular because he was giving out free money for the COVID. So it's kind of like Winston Zeddemore. You're like, listen, if there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
And you brought it full circle.
You can fucking. I know, yeah. You can buy me for $1, bitch. Oh, by the way, speaking of buying for $1, I beat RoboCop last night.
Did you? Was it satisfying? Did it fill your hole with joy?
Dude, the very fucking end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, dude, but the last thing you have to fight in the game, it came out of nowhere. It was a surprise because I thought the game was over, and then they're like, "Oh, something's attacking the OCP building, and you got to go, and it's your final battle, dude." Holy fucking shit! I was not prepared. My dick was still like hard after I was done playing, and then I tried to get it, and my wife to have sex time, and she's like, "No, fuck you," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm back to the garage. But no, yeah, dude, what a great game. It's so goddamn good. It's such a satisfying game. And it's a mid-tier, it's like not a AAA company. I hope more people go out and buy it, dude. Those guys deserve it. It's a what do you call it? A sleeper hit, because everybody saw the trailer for it and they were like, yeah, I don't know. And then they released a demo like badasses and let people play it, like a good portion of it, and people fell in love with it. Dude, what a great fucking game. You guys it's like $40. It's not that, I mean, you're not paying $70 for Spider-Man 2. Go get it, dude. Dude, you'll love it. It's one of the most satisfying shooters I've played in a long fucking time.
I'm gonna play it. I saw it today. Like, I played Madden for the first time. In like months. I got my ass kicked, and I threw the remote. And I'm probably not gonna play it for another few months again. But I saw it on there, shining like a little hope, and I was like, I might download you.
I was gonna gift it for you, but then I was like, nah, I want to save my money. But you know, the thing about it is, though,
selfish bitch.
Dude, I have to $40. It's $40. My money.
I would actually, if you
because I get it, I would have felt. Oh, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't played it yet, though.
No, yeah, it would actually maybe feel awkward, and I would have been like, I would have felt forced to play it then. I don't give.
That's why I kind of wanted to do it. But at the end of the day, then I was like, my greed outweighs my fucking selflessness. So I was like, yeah, I want to keep my money.
But you thought about it, and that's very sweet.
I did think about
it.
And you didn't I thought about it, and I was like, what the fuck did he get me? Nothing. He hasn't got me anything. but by the way, I will say, get it on PlayStation 5 if you can. The adaptive triggers on the wireless controller it's so satisfying when you shoot that big ass gun, and that's why he said in the bed. It's so satisfying when I shoot my big gun. But yeah, dude, it's so good. And the only I really can't say. I mean, like I said, there's graphical errors in it. Obviously, there's some glitches, there's some bugs, a little here and there. Sometimes the voice acting is less than desired, but overall, dude, the coolest thing is it's Peter Weller, right? That's doing the voice acting for fucking RoboCop. You get to hear the boom, 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 boom when you're walking around. God damn, it's sexy.
Hey, by the way, Guardian says that you're a fucking liar. He says it's $50. You hack. You goddamn Disney CEO piece of shit.
Shit, my cover's been blown.
Don't you? Liar.
Well, it's $50, you fucking chump. I got it. I fucking messed up by 10. It's still cheaper than Spider-Man.
Maybe it was $40 when it came out. Maybe that's
no. It was. I think he's right. I think it was 50. But the thing about it is, it's a lot cheaper than nowadays. Like, I can't believe that we're all just handing over. It's $70 for a new game from a AAA studio. Remember how we all were bitching? It was $60 back in the day. And we're like, oh, it'll never go up. Now it's 70. Yeah. By the time PlayStation 6 comes out, it'll be 80.
How much were like? Do you guys remember when you got the Super Nintendo and they came in those big box? God, those were sexy. Weren't they like the big box and it had a Super Nintendo on the side?
$50.
So 50?
They were $50. I looked it up.
I thought they were like 36.
Cheaper. No, I thought they were cheaper too, but they were $50. They were like, I think they were around. The cartridges were like $50.
That's great. Well, Clinton's got a good point there. So it's $70 initially for the game, and then they want you to pay for fucking DLC on top of that shit half the time.
Well, and you know what? That's why I always give it up for Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, another awesome video game. If you guys get around to playing that, they just released the Ecto Edition. They've had 5 DLC updates for that game, all free, all fucking free.
Guardian said, "I wanted to get it, but $50 is $50. A blowy only cost me 20."
It's a fair point. That's why you should be running for a politician. You're the smart guy here, not me. You got it together there, Guardian. You know what's important in life,
dude. I did just spend $30 on a book, by the way, so I can't really complain.
30 on a book?
Yeah, it's a book, dude. Check this thing out, though.
What's that? Oh, it's
The Last Action Heroes. Look how thick it is.
Oh, damn!
It's almost as thick as my cock.
That looks. Where'd you get that? Barnes and Noble.
Thought that was one of the kids. Thank God it wasn't. Yeah, no, Joe Beth booksellers. But it goes through and it chronicles like every single one of them. Like you got fucking Sly over here. You got Arnold, Dolph Lundgren's in there. Bruce Willis is in there. Fucking Jean-Claude, Steven Seagal, even though he's a piece of shit now. But it tells all their stories in like the heyday of like the 70s and shit, or not the 70s, but the 80s and 90s.
Do that. What your goal should be? You should take that to every convention that one of them might be in, and you should get the autograph on all their autographs.
Sweet.
But you'd have to, but you'd have to go to the play. Like, how often would you get to see Van Damme at like fucking Lexington Comic Con? Never gonna happen.
Yeah, dude. If I did see Van Damme, I'm not getting a fucking book signed by him.
Would you sign my book, sir?
I'm gonna steal your blood. I'm gonna steal your Bloodsport poster off your wall and have him sign that. And you'd be like, "Where'd my Bloodsport go?" I'll be like, "I don't know what happened." Something happened to it.
I tell Jean-Claude, I was like, sign it on your foot. Like where your foot's like this. I want you to sign it on your foot.
I legit sent an email the other day, and I actually put in the email. It was about it was actually a semi-professional email about something, and I literally put in the email, it's like, because of my big legs in karate, I can do the splits no problem. Just meaning like I can do this job for you or whatever. And I thought to myself, like, I probably just lost that opportunity right there, but they got it, so it worked out. But I mean, dude, anything that actually like that is literally that's Revenge of the Action movie right there. You know what I mean? Like in a book. Like
I wish we could use that background for Revenge of the Action movie, but nope, not now.
I was thinking that'd be a sick ass tattoo. If you got a whole sleeve of like Jean-Claude and maybe leave Seagal off there because he's probably gonna get a.
No, you got even though Seagal's a dick, you got to put him on the tattoo.
That's the tough part because like that's what I was thinking too. But like if you put this, and he would be a badass looking tattoo. If you got like like marked for death Steven Seagal on there, maybe holding a samurai sword. But like. Also, dude, like at any point now, we're gonna read that Seagal went in and like murdered 7 homeless people on the streets of Seagal.
How do you know that he's not already done it in Russia?
If he hasn't, he'll tell you he has. He'll be like, "No, I did. I murdered 7 people on the streets of Saigon trying to save a whale."
He would be like,
"Give it passage,
Mr. Seagal. Yeah, you murdered 7 homeless people in Russia."
That was.
He'd be like, "No, they were Ukrainian spy. I don't murder innocent people." And they came at me with they had the dragon doji. They were representing the dragon doji. And he'd be like,
do that. Well,
yeah, he's like dragon doji. He's like, yeah, the dragon doji is an ancient ninja organization from Siberia. It's like, oh, I see. Like, yeah. Motherfucker, like, he's got a blood belt. He's got a Shidoshi blood belt.
Oh God! At any point, there's going to be even worse news that comes. You just know he's not a good person. It's unfortunate. Not a good person.
Well, he's a big liar, and I think that's what happened with him. And he's unapologetic about, which is, I mean, I guess that's to be respected. Like he's little. I mean, and by the way, he changes his ancestry like every 5 minutes, which is impressive as well. Like you never know which angle he's going to come from. He's either Italian Americano, or he's a Native Americano, or he's like he's part Spanish. Like he fucking literally has gone through just about every part of an ancestor.com tree that you can go through.
Dude, the bio of the book, literally, like the initial bio is like, yeah, Stallone comes from this place, Arnold comes from Austria or whatever. He's like, nobody could pin down where the fuck Seagal comes from because he lies so much.
He's like, no, he literally is like a sub. Remember that the Mortal Kombat the album on Sub-Zero? Oh, it's a Chinese. No, it's like ancient Chinese ninja warrior with your heart so cold. Sub-Zero. And he goes, oh, your life is a mystery. Warrior in a mask.
Oh, dude, that reminds me.
That's his fucking theme song, dude. That's what he thinks he is. He thinks he's an ancient warrior with a mystery clouded in smoke and mirrors, and like he's just here to save humanity. He literally thinks he is like a fucking jujitsu god or whatever. Aikido. He did do that with now Aikido, like legit. I wouldn't want to fuck with him because he knows enough to probably kick my ass for sure.
So you remember the Bobby Knight video from the other night, right? I have another piece of fucking internet glory for you guys. This is a song from Steven Seagal's album. Okay.
Oh yeah.
From Steven Seagal's album. I don't check my Instagram messages. Don't mind that. From his or Facebook messages, by the way.
Hey, how long have you been playing guitar, Steve? He's like, oh, I started with Eric Clapton. I showed him a few riffs, you know.
This is Sleeping on Jim says in 2004, Steven Seagal released a dance hall song called Strut, in which he sings in a fake Jamaican accent.
Yeah, boy.
His first line is "Me want the punani."
Yeah, dude. Hey, he needs to fucking do a movie about that, like the origins of his like rise to fame in his songs.
I'm gonna share. I gotta make sure I add the audio to it because I gotta share that. Okay, so the audio's on. Check this out. The first time I heard it, dude, I was in fucking disbelief.
If you make me nice, me love the way you walk sometimes, the way you talk is so hot. Now you know, let's have a shot of rum. Then me can make you come with me to the ocean. Cat, you can be my bow cat. Nice ital breeze.
Oh, do it. I can't. It's bad. I don't want to listen.
Why? Tell me what you really want all night.
Me want the bananas if you make me nice. Me love the way you walk sometimes.
Dude, I like this guy in the comments on the right. He's like, I legit thought this vocal was AI. 1,000. It does. It sounds like something an AI would think a Jamaican singer would sound like. it's like the guitar version of Snow. Info on Mar. I let you bum down. The funny thing is, if you asked him about this, he's like, "Yes, I have roots in Jamaican culture, and I went down there.
I actually started. I was the first Jamaican. Not many people know that.
When I went into Jamaica, they didn't have any homes. I helped them build their houses, and then they showed me their ways with music. And I was actually the one to introduce marijuana to the Jamaican culture. I guess in some way, I now am part Jamaican. Very big honor, Dalai Lama, dude. You got to be impressed with the amount of bullshit that he just like embraces constantly every day of his life, and he doesn't give one fuck. Like he's never once like he has no shame about it whatsoever, like none. Which again, you've got to be like on another level of existence. Like again, maybe he has studied at the foot of Buddha in his ancestry life, or maybe because he literally he embraces all that he is 100%. He loves what he sees.
Yeah, he just walks in. He goes, "I can do that. I'm going to do that.
Dude,
I'm going to make it better than anyone's ever made it before."
He
doesn't actually have to do it. He can just say he did it.
That one comedian hit a nail on the head with that guy, and I swear to God, he does one of the best Steven Seagal jokes. And I can't remember the stand-up comedian. You guys know what I'm talking about, but he was like, he's like, because Steven Seagal knows how to do everything. Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like whatever you say, he knows how to do it. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to eat a fork. Here's the." Pass me the knife. He's like, the knives were invented in ancient Rome. And then he was like, he's like, "Oh, you hear that? It's a helicopter." It goes skip, 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 skip. And he's like, they used to call them skips. Like, and they're like, why? He's like, because listen, he goes skip, 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 skip. And he goes, he's like, how long have you been flying a helicopter? He goes, I've been flying helicopters for 87 years.
He's 100%. He's that drunk uncle that comes over during Thanksgiving and just tells you that he invented everything. It's like, I made turkey. I had to fight it into submission. I was the first one to be able to catch the turkey for the Turkian tribes.
Yeah.
And they thanked me with blowjobs and bananas.
I was invited over to the chief tribe, King of Coca, his house, and we made steamed eggs. And through our conversations with peyote, peyotia is what they say in native language. I learned that the turkey is actually a spirit animal and must be honored. And so I stuff it only with cloves and 4-leaf clovers.
I was the third Tuskegee Airman.
I would love, but I swear to God, dude, I would be nothing but like dick sucking, like respectful to Steven Seagal if we ever got a chance to talk to him. And I would all his bullshit. And I'd be like, "Oh, wow, you actually were there at the birth of Christ." Like, no. Don't misunderstand. I was not there, but my spirit was. I'd be like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool." It's like, "Yes, maybe one day I'll show you in the ancient world." And but you would totally fucking be respectful because you're not gonna not like get Randy Jackson's autograph on a katana if you see him at the airport.
100%, dude. You could be talking about the RoboCop game. He's like, "I was the first one to test the beta."
No, dude, he wouldn't be like. He criticized, like, "That's not how an actual police procedure goes down."
Because he is a cop, by the way. He's also a cop.
He's like, "No, first off, he didn't call for backup. If I'm a cybernetic organism, obviously I'm programmed to call for backup. You'll notice how he breaches the door. He does it with one hand. You don't do it that way. You do it with 2 hands for the force."
And by the way, I'm also part cybernetic organism. They got the idea for the movie Terminator 2 from my brain. I wrote about it in the Guinness Book of World Records.
And actually, I think that actually they might have told me Alex Murphy's based on my life because sometimes I don't know where my soul is.
We gotta stop because we're gonna do the whole
I know.
stream.
I'm literally the whole fucking video is gonna be talking in whispers.
Oh God, Steven Seagal, that son of a bitch.
Good for him though. He also wrote in sexy times with hot ass women that he could fuck on screen.
And he had them over his house to practice. Jenny McCarthy was one of them. He had her over his house. He's just sitting there on a fucking rope.
Suck my dick. I mean, line read is what I meant.
Allegedly.
Rehearse.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly they rehearsed.
Steven Seagal can't afford a lawyer. Allegedly. So we're
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know.
Allegedly. I know I can't, so we'd be fucked.
I don't even know how that shit works. I was like, do I call Becker and Becker? Like, who the fuck do I was like, I'm getting sued for defamation. It's like, I'm calling Becker at Becker. I was like, those are injury lawyers, you dipshit. Like, oh, I've been injured because I don't know what to do.
Oh shit. We're gonna talk about Ghostbusters tonight, as we said. I'm all over the place, man. You know what's setting in on me? You know what's getting me right now? Fucking day three. Fucking seasonal depression, man. As soon as that fucking clock switches back, today I was just sitting there staring at the wall shirtless with a mustard stain on my chest. And I was just like,
you Tony Soprano'd it.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, daylight savings time. Why do we do that? Why the fuck do we do that?
There was a major push for them to make it permanent, like the actual daylight savings time. So where we are right now, this to be permanent, but it keeps on failing. I don't know, because the fucking farmers.
Maybe they're trying to keep the population down.
I love farmers, by the way, but I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. It sucks though.
You love farmers?
Next time I recommend you get some Seroquel.
Do you love farmers?
That's some old bipolar disorder shit going on for you.
I love them so much I completely stay away from them.
I don't really get it. I think that, you know what, honestly, summer fucking depressing me, dude.
Summer?
It's
really?
the opposite for me. Yeah, because I fucking hate it, dude. Like hot ass, humid weather. Your butt crack starts getting like, sweaty. You're all sticky. And like there's flies, there's goddamn bugs everywhere. There's wasps, there's bees, there's spiders. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I don't like spiders.
You can do nothing with your hair because the humidity says fuck you.
Dude, I swear to God, like, yeah, I don't know why. And I gotta fucking tomorrow. I gotta go early in the morning. I gotta go to the goddamn dermatologist, and I have to have a piece of my skin chopped off to make sure I don't have melanoma.
Oh God, it's too bright.
Do?
I feel like I opened the merchant box. No, I
so you see a vagina for the first time?
Yeah, it's a glorious sight. It is.
Click it on. Hey, click it on again. She spreads her legs and.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like the first time. Or in my case, a dick. I mean, a vagina. But yeah, so so you have to have a piece of skin cut off, and then the doctor's going to taste it, and he's going to see what's wrong with you.
I just hope that they're hot, and it's going to be one of those porno moments. She's going to be like, put on a glove. No, I'm sure it's fine. It's not like, it doesn't look like it's that bad. It looks like one of the other skin cancers, like one of the not so bad ones. But I imagine they're going to snip it off and they're going to send it away and all that stuff. But
well, hopefully you have a doctor that says that to you and not like, because cancer itself is just bad in general. But they're like, it's not the worst kind. You have cancer, but not the really bad kind. Just the kind that might kill you in 6 years, not the one that's going to kill you in 6 months. Just the one in 6 years. You're going to be fine. Yes, your hair's going to fall out. You look ugly, but it's okay.
So you're saying there's a chance. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's going to be. Maybe I've been before for the same thing, and he goes. No, that's fine. It's a fine looking dick, Peter. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that'll do the same thing. But yeah, I just got this fucking mole that's like bleeding and like crispy. And I Google it. Everything you Google is like, you're going to fucking die. I'm like, oh, that's very good.
Maybe you got clay. What's the fucking thing in Total Recall growing out of you?
Gay? Oh, wait.
Get your astomos. I got to go in February. I turn El Fortio. And then I'm going to go, I'm getting the full shebang done. I got to get a doctor. I'm going to do blood work. I'm going to get the butthole checked multiple times because I might like it. I'm going to tell him not one finger. I'm actually 3. Jay's doctor. I'm going to go in there and for real though, I'm going to tell him, I'm like, listen, I don't want to come back here. So stick your whole fist up in that bitch and like walk around a little bit and map out the whole prostate. I want to know what's going on in there right now. And I want to map it out because I don't want to have that where he's like, he sticks a finger up there and he's like, yeah, I don't know. And he's like, you need to come back next week. It's like, just because you're getting enjoyment out of it doesn't mean that I also am getting enjoyment out of it. But I got to know now. Is there something wrong? It's like, just come back next week. It's like, I was like, listen, dude, you took one finger. Go ahead and take another or 2 or 3 and get back up in there. I was like,
I can take it.
It's halftime. It's just a halftime. Regroup.
Yeah.
I just don't want to come back and do it. And then my dad was telling me, he was like, my granddad, but he was like telling me, he's like, well, it's not, I mean, if they stick a scope down there, it's not that bad. You just sit in the corner after they're done and fart. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not like getting a scope done.
Oh yeah, well that happened to me, dude. Like, well, you know this story, but like I was just constipated, but they couldn't. When I was like 17, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and then they took me in, and he was like, they had me bend over a table, and he spread my butt cheeks, and then he goes, "All right, you're gonna feel some discomfort." For some reason, I had zero idea that he was about to put his finger in my butt. No idea what's completely oblivious. So even though I said that, I was like, okay, I'm already uncomfortable. My butt cheeks are being spread right now. And then when he put that finger in, this guy had sausage fingers, dude. This guy had a rope for a fucking finger.
Thumb. No,
he could have tied down the Hulk with this.
He used his thumb. He fucking like put it in there hard.
I don't feel anything. I can't. Yeah. But dude, when it I literally did
and then
that.
you heard this behind you. Heard.
It was weird.
So dirty.
Yeah, but dude, when he did it, felt like a train station went into my asshole. I was just sitting there like, oh, it's fine, and then my face looked like one of those like trains. And I was like, like I fucking my eyes got big. I was like, what the? I like gripped onto the fucking table. I was like, God damn it, here we fucking go.
Tonka truck fingers.
I was just constipated. All that for constipation. They gave me some of that shit that you drink, and I like shit pure Gatorade out of my butt.
You said on a finger on a human's thumb, and you should have just been sitting on a suppository, sir.
Yeah,
that's all you needed. That guy wanted to get in your asshole real bad.
You did all that to get a man's finger in your butt, son. I mean, I would have done it for free.
And that was the last time I talked to my father.
Yeah. We're disgusting.
Anyway.
We're gross.
That's how it goes off the rails, and then we don't know what to say anymore.
Enough about our old man problems. And hey, Dick still works. Everything's going to be fine. Crease fold. Hey guys, you ever see Weirdsville? It's great. Never heard of that.
Only when I look in the mirror, but no, I've never seen the show.
Only when I look at my dick.
Yeah, only when I was like, "What is that?" Oh, it's a wiener. Some would say.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Rootin' tootin' text tootin'. Got me some of that Popeyes. My man whistle's gonna love me tomorrow. My man whistle. The fuck, dude. You boys think Bill Murray? You guys think Bill Murray would be on board with the Brokeback Mountain geriatric edition?
Goddamn, Rootin' Tootin', you know what? You got go lay down, take a nap. Holy shit, that goddamn Popeyes put you in a dumb coma. You come up here talking that goddamn nonsense with your man whistle flapping around and farting like a Chicago goddamn tunnel. Shut up. No, he ain't gonna be in no goddamn Brokeback Mountain. Where parts of Texas you from, Rootin' Tootin'? Because they getting ready to come to your house. Revoke that shit. Your Travis Tritt guard gone.
Grumpier old men in the butt.
Yeah, Rootin' Tootin', you keep it up, you're gonna have to take your goddamn Jason Aldean concert tickets and throw them in the dumpster because you ain't welcome.
That's what I said when the doctor pulled his finger on my butt. I turned around and said, "Try that in a small town."
I just did. Your asshole's tight.
Oh shit! Mark Barton, super excited. They're making a live-action Legend of Zelda movie. The idea gets me so horny. He had to put a 0 in horny because YouTube was fascists. I just hope they don't cast Tom Holland as Link.
God, that would be the worst.
God,
yeah, that would be
terrible.
He's becoming literally like Tom Hardy. Like they're trying to get him to be cast in anything and everything. Would Tom Holland could he look like Link? I mean, I guess so, because Link's like a youngish looking elf dude. Yeah, it would work. I just think it would be an awful idea. But yeah, as far as a live action Legend of Zelda movie, I think it's a long time coming. I hope they get someone on board with as much passion for it as like someone like Peter Jackson did for the Lord of the Rings and adapt it in a way that's respectful to the fans and the source material. That's the only problem is if they're like, oh, it's just a video game, fuck it. Anybody can hold the Triforce and we can cast Tom Cruise as Ganondorf. Fuck yeah. And it'll just be like a shithole movie.
I would watch that. I would watch Tom
Cruise. It would be awful. It would be it could border on parody.
You know who I always thought looked like fucking Link was this character from the Scream TV series. Audrey! Like, and I'm not being
That's
serious.
A girl, you fucking idiot. Link's a boy.
It's 2023, Jay. Bashir just got reelected.
Invisible
we can do whatever the fuck
I don't give a fuck about her flag. Fuck that shit.
Did you say I don't give a fuck about her flag?
Yeah, because they had the bisexual flag up there. I've never even seen the bisexual flag, but I think that's what it was. Just cast the boy. It's not that hard. Cast the boy.
I'm joking. I just always thought she looked like
she does look like an elf. I will say she could play Zelda.
I don't give a fuck about your flag.
Because there's so many fucking flags, I don't care. Fuck it. I mean, I don't need to know what God. Like, it's not like we're playing. Like, why the fuck do I need to know what your? It's like your gamer tag. I don't give a shit what it is. Like, fuck you.
Hey,
you know, like a Call of Duty, they have the little gamer tags with like a thing. I don't care what that fucking looks like. Some of it's animated. Idiot.
Mercurio said, "Hey, Freak Sticks, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire looks awesome regardless of the director."
Fuck yeah, Mercutio. I have confidence in you because you have a badass Superman pick that looks like he's flying right towards me to kiss me. I mean, rescue me. And I love that. Yeah. Well, I hope I'm not saying that Gil's gonna, I mean, because again, I say we're on even ground because Monster House was funny and he wrote the Afterlife movie, but he did have some shitty ass fucking directing films.
It's true. He did, but maybe it'll be great. You know what? And we're going to talk about this here in a few minutes after we get done with our first break. But I don't think Ghostbusters Afterlife was all that fucking.
You
great.
can shut your fucking dirty hole up, you fucking bun looking wannabe asshole. Like you look like a guy that would want a man bun.
It's sad. Don't say that to me, dude. Because like even if I wanted a man bun, you know I can't grow one.
Yeah, that's true. Well, right? I'm losing in the front. You're losing in the back. Who cares?
Like, thank God I don't want one because I'd be offended. I don't want one. You fucking beard's weird.
I gotta shave. I gotta trim it up.
How you gonna? Not yours. Not.
I thought you were talking about mine. I was like, I gotta trim.
How you gonna name yourself after a gun and have a man bun?
That's what I think. I think that might have ruined everybody with a man bun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, I think that the man bun kind of ruined everybody with a man bun if we're being fair to each other. Jay Callard, fucking Jay Boobies. K Ballard 27 says, "I love the end of Five Nights at Freddy's. I seen it twice. Ooh. Hi guys, and Terrifier 3 has Christmas movie. Oh boy,
is it coming out in December?
No, it's not in December. I forgot the release date for it, but it is going to be a Christmas film.
Is it going to? Is it going to theaters or is it going to
theaters?
Wow.
In a theater, yeah. They re-released Terrifier 2, and at the end of the movie, they showed the trailer for Terrifier 3, which I believe has leaked online. And in that, we talked about it in the last live stream. In that trailer, he's wearing Santa Claus's face as a necklace, and this little kid walks up, and she's like Santa, and then he's like, and does that thing that he does.
It should have been Billy Bob Thornton when he was on break at the mall in Bass. He's like, God damn it, when he's eating his salad. Yeah.
The end of Five Nights at Freddy's was absolutely the best part of that movie. I can't say why because it's spoilers, but you all, if you've seen it, you fucking know why. The legend himself.
I literally didn't think. Well, we did talk about that because I was shocked. I thought Matthew Lillard was the main character in it, and then I learned it was that fuck boy from Hunger Games. I was like, that guy.
Josh Ham.
How many dicks did he suck on the casting couch to get a big role? Huh? No,
Mine.
That guy's fun.
Too.
He's from Kentucky, so he's all
he is. Is he from? Oh, he is.
Yeah,
him and Jennifer Lawrence both were. Thanks, man. We appreciate that. Nighttime says, "I want that Thanksgiving trampoline knife in me now."
God damn, nighttime. That's something that you should say only in the nighttime. But hey, here we are. It's nighttime.
Dude, that scene still. Every time I watch it, I told you about this, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Well, she's jumping and she's naked and she's on the trampoline and she's jumping up and down and she's got no bottoms on, and then big knife sticking through the trampoline, and then she spreads her legs and lands right on it. In the Thanksgiving trailer. Oh my God, dude. I actually feel my taint move like
disturbing and disgusting. I'm starting to sound like fucking Matt Dillon and the house that Jack built.
It's just eating a ghost pepper taco in reverse, you know?
Well, the thing about it, when's that? Oh, it comes out. Does it come out on Thanksgiving?
It comes out on the 17th, I do believe, sir.
Oh, yeah, it looks fun. I can't wait to see. I wonder how, see, that's the problem right there. They showed that kill. They should have waited.
No, that's not in the trailer. That's in the fake trailer in 2007.
That's what I said. I said, so it's fine. That's what I said. Thank God that they showed it in the fake trailer. That's what I said.
Yeah. Why stop fucking now? We've had 20 years to look forward to this shit. Brandon Ferguson, sup guys? Indiana needs to legalize the devil's lettuce. I live right on the taint of Indiana and Illinois, so I have to cross state line to get mine.
Ooh, that sucks, man. But I mean, yeah. Well, I would imagine. Well, I don't know how backward Indiana. Well, not backward. I don't know how conservative Indiana is in comparison to Kentucky. I mean, Indiana's considered a northern state, right? Aren't they considered northern? But there's parts of Kentucky or Indiana that are pretty redneckish, where the part where Larry Bird's from is pretty hardcore redneck.
Yeah, Indiana's like a lot of corn. It's definitely a lot of corn. And you go through Indiana. Yeah, you go through Indiana to get to Chicago. To get to Illinois.
Kokomo. I mean, well, Indianapolis and shit like that are fucking huge.
Yeah,
and then, they're more. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well, yeah. Hopefully for you, Brandon. I don't know.
I'll tell you this.
Joe Chiba.
Through my travels, I've realized when there's a town that has pot, because there's fucking billboards everywhere. It's like the Stank Emporium. Come get your stank. And it's like the dude from Half Bakes, like Doc Stanley, the backyard of me. Come over, exit 9, get some fucking weed. Candy, candy makes you dandy. And I love it for those towns because you pull in those towns to get like gas because it's not legal here. So, but you pull in those towns and there's not even like Walmarts or gas stations. It's like weed store, CBD, weed store. Like I think they're making so much money. It's crazy.
I get confused though because I mean I went through Pennsylvania and there was like I don't know if they were vape shops. They were called smoke shops. I don't know if weed's legal in Pennsylvania. I have no idea. I would imagine it is.
You'd know if you were there and you didn't see signs. It's not.
No, I mean I might have seen it. I just didn't pay attention to it because I'm Christian. Fuck you. I'm not looking at the devil's toys. I'm not looking at the devil's toys. Okay, so my eyes don't immediately like alert me to that. It should, but it doesn't.
I'm just concentrating on when I can go vote for Daniel Cameron.
My eyes are protected by the Lord, and that's the shield that I carry along with the strength of the Christian heavens. So I don't look for the devil's toys. But no, I thought I might have seen it, but it is weird. I do remember, like, yeah, 100%. You know those gas pumps where they have the TV on? No, I always hate that shit when you pump gas and they have a little TV that comes on and it's like trying to sell you. No, because it gets me distracted and I forget and I fucking overflow the gas tank.
Oh yeah, no, that will get you. If they don't have
and then I'm like fucking Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber. Just give me the goddamn phone. It's all over my feet.
I like it, but it always pisses me off because they're like 3 days behind. They're like, John Ben Wadembama scored 28 points against the Celtics last night. And I'm like, that was fucking 3 weeks ago. Update your stupid gas station TVs. But either way, I feel like comfort.
Mine's only like I think it's funny that it only turns on when you start pumping the gas, and then it's like, welcome to Chucky's gas station. Do you have a membership yet? No. Why not? Because here you get the best, and you get like this whole like 5-minute like spiel about why you should get a membership card. Like,
I don't like the advertisement ones. I don't like those.
That's the only one I've seen the news ones before, but the news.
Hey, I gotta go pee first because I'm out of drink, so I gotta get a drink. So I'm going pee first tonight. It's my time to shine. Whore. We're at Daniel.
It's my night because it's Ghostbusters, so it's my night.
It's not your birthday.
It's my night. It's my fucking night.
No, the Democrats won in Kentucky, so it's clearly not your birthday. We are gay.
What?
We're going to set your whole
what movie? What are we at?
8:15 p.m. Eastern tonight.
We're so fucking far behind because we're losers.
Fucking dudes.
Okay, I got you. I got it. Daniel Marquise.
Could put my wiener in your mouth till something comes out from the other side.
Well, you can.
Yeah. What?
God, don't take that emo ass and jump off the bridge.
I will. I hate my father.
You can read this with me really quick before you go. What? No, look. Huh? Look at Daniel.
What? Where is he? What? Daniel. What, Daniel?
God damn it. Thank you for doing what you do. Please keep the Michael and Loomis sketches coming. No! No, I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. No, we appreciate that you like them so much. And of course, we're never going to get rid of Michael and Loomis, but anymore, it's going to be literally sketches and shit just for us to make us laugh. And then we'll decide whether or not to release it. Like, it'll be like, hey, what if Michael and Loomis do this? And it's not like we love doing them, but like at a certain point, you're going to be like, nobody gives a shit. So and it takes. I mean, we live an hour apart. We got to get together. We got to do the fucking thing, and it takes a while to plan out, and it takes a while to do the thing, and then you're like, fuck, nobody gave a shit.
You know what happened? Here's what happened. Just like everything else, any original, like we don't come up with a lot of original good ideas. All right, we've been doing this for 27 years. We're like that bitch on the Titanic. Like, that's been. Well, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say those bitches on the View, but yeah.
Well,
original hacks.
Yeah, whenever we come up with a good idea that actually does good for us, people rip it off so fucking bad. It's like they're taking the fucking fillings out of our teeth. And basically that's what happened with that, as well as many other. In our own fucking city, there are people ripping us off with the mic. So like, it's not like with a, I'm not going to get into it. What I'm going to say is this. There was a time when we did them and people cared because there wasn't 3 billion other people doing the exact same joke. But the Michael Loomis thing, it just got watered down to fuck. And we do so much other stuff that it takes a lot of effort and sometimes money and sometimes whatever. And nobody watches him anymore because there's 12 fucking people doing it today with a new video.
But not because of any, but we do like doing them. It's just, it's just a lot of.
Yeah. So we'll always do them. It's just, we know it's one of those things we're going to do because we like doing them because they're fun, but we know that it's not going to do well. So it's like, sometimes it actually hurts the channel when we put those out because people go, what the fuck is this?
I didn't notice your title was like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and whatever we want to talk
Toasted
about. Like
cheddar chalupa.
Lewis and Michael being dead, right? All right, fuck it. But like now we're like the Sex Pistol, right? Like when you want it, you ain't gonna get it. But then later on, it comes. Now I'm starting to sound like Slender Man. Later on, then we came up on there.
I gotta pee, mate. I gotta go pee.
I see you real soon.
I don't mean sound like a bit of wet I don't. I just noticed that we got ripped off. And
you're taking the piss out, people. Go on.
Yeah, I'll just take a piss.
Oh,
literally.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yeah. I see you soon. I see you soon.
Cheerio. What the fuck?
Oh my lord.
Shit.
I like how like I look like one of those fucking Reddit users that talk so much shit to people, the keyboard warriors, and when the camera finally gets on, they're like, huh? Because they're fucking atrocious looking. Lost Legends TV, thank you, sir. Says, yo, Mike, I'm sure you've been asked 100 times already, but how you feeling about the new Blink album? He says it sucks. He said it's the worst Blink album he's ever heard. He cannot believe that Tom was invited back and ruined Matt Skiba's performance. He thinks it's fucking awful. Like, what a dog shit ass, goddamn, disgusting, watered down, milk toast, fuck you, punk, not so album. No, he likes it a lot, but I'll ask him. Anthem P3 is amazing. Also, Jay, there's an anonymous letter under your kitchen sink. I know. The guy got out from under the cellar and he left that there. Don't worry, I took care of it. But yeah, I know I got to get that. But I'll make 823. I'll let him know. Lost Legends TV. I like your name. BA. Don't brag about your bachelor's degree, bro. I turned on your channel and immediately hear Steven Seagal singing some crazy, I don't even know what's happening. You guys rock. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. You know what? We should just replace our opening with that Steven Seagal fucking song. That would be awesome. But Steven Seagal is the Shidoshi master from the East that would literally come down off the mountains with his big fat ass and sue us to oblivion if we did such a thing. But yeah, I think that Steven, like, that is some of the, I can literally, I want to buy the album just to fucking listen to, just to see how fucking stupid it is. But yeah, thank you, BA. Gary, when Steven Seagal lied and Frank Dukes lied, didn't agree, so they were going to fight. No joke. I don't know why, Gary. I literally read it like I was like talking, like I was reading your comment like Van Damme would do. It's like, when Steven Seagal lied and Frank Dukes lied, didn't agree, so they were going to fight. No joke. No joke. If I can grab it before you close your hand, I get to grab it. I can't do a Van Damme, but yeah, that's true. Steven Seagal lied and Frank Dukes lied, didn't agree, so they were going to fight. No joke. Well, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, they're both liars, so I don't know. And that was such a bummer to learn, by the way. It's not so much Seagal was always questionable whether or not he was telling the truth because his shit was so, like, his legend and what he talked about himself was just so up there. Like, you probably thought, you're like, yeah, I don't know, Steven. I mean, holy shit. Pump the brakes. You might be getting a little wild with your claims here. But Frank Dukes, the idea that he lied, and it was like the whole thing with Bloodsport, it was based on him, and you're like, fuck, that sucks. Either way, Bloodsport's still a crazy-ass classic movie, and it doesn't matter. PA says, again, while we're at it, what if Steven Seagal played Terry Silver in Karate Kid 3? I feel like that's a legitimate timeline. Do 100%, that would totally work, but there's no way that it would work at all in Steven Seagal's acting ability because he could never lose. So Cobra Kai would win. Terry Silver would fucking win. Because that was always a legitimate thing with him. Like, he wasn't allowed to lose in the movies, and he wasn't allowed to get punched too many times. He always won. I win. Why do you win? Because I win. It's like that little boy in Big Daddy. I win because I win. So they could never have him as Terry Silver because it would just be the Cobra Kai would literally, the bad guys would win. And Steven Seagal wouldn't see himself as a bad guy. Why the fuck am I so bright? Holy shit. It literally looks like a bright light of hellfire. It's ridiculous. I don't know. It's because it's a stupid screen. Anyway, but yes, I think that's funny, and I like you, BA. That's a great one. Jacob! Oh, that's a big one, Jacob. Thank you. That's what she said. I'm going to leave that for Mike. That's a Mike question, sir. I do appreciate you, Jacob, but that is clearly not directed for me, so I will not be reading it, but Mike will, and he'll be back soon. He's just taking his wiener out, his little tiny wiener, and he'll be back. Moving through. Robin Barker. Really needed this stream tonight. I work with mentally challenged adults for a living, and a dear client of ours died last night, so we're heartbroken. Got Wham to cheer me up. Cheers, guys. I'm very sorry to hear that, Robin. That sucks. And we're happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining us, and prayers with you, and bless you for doing what you do, because it's a thankless job, but you are appreciated. Thank you, Robin. And things are going to get better, I think. I hope. Going through. Motionless zombie. That's what my wife is when I try. No, what am I doing? I've had too much of this cerveza. She's great. Says, hey guys, what are y'all's thoughts on Rockstar officially announcing that a GTA 6 trailer is coming next month? We're going back to Vice City, baby. I fucking love it, Motionless Zombie. I think that's amazing. I love that. I have always wanted to go back to Vice City because, for me, in my opinion, I think the Vice City setting and the music and the vibe that it put out was the best. It was one. Look, I know. Okay, GTA 5 is graphically superior, story-wise, it's probably superior, voice acting superior. But to me, Vice City just had like a cool, like goofy vibe and I love the 80s, so it really connected with me. I love it. And the problem is, I heard that there was an insider source that mentioned GTA 6 Vice City, that it was not going to be available. I don't think it's going to come out until was it fucking 2026 or something like that? I'm like, God damn. I mean, that's going to be on the heels of PlayStation 6 or Xbox Series S, X2, or whatever the fuck they're going to call it. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but I'm very excited. I love Vice City. I love the setting of Vice City. 100% love it. Ivan Pagan, you need to stop that shit. Halloween's over. No more paganism here, Ivan. You devil. What's up again, Mike and Jet? Selling nice into my move, like I told y'all. Once my house is set up, so we can break in the couches. Oh, only rule is we shower together to conserve water. Cheers, boys. Thanks for the love past few months. For show, Ivan. I don't know what. I swear to God, Ivan. And we really appreciate it. And your profile pic is terrifying. That literally looks like me when I'm looking for toilet paper and I had diarrhea.
I've seen it.
But I read your sup again, Mike and Jay. I started reading it in a rap lyric. Sup again, Mike and Jay. Something nice into my mood, like I told y'all. Once my house is set up, so we can break in the couch. I don't know why, but it wasn't rhyming, but it felt like a rap lyric. But by the way, so there's two questions up here above. Okay, so Ivan Pagan was 841. Jacob left you obviously a message because Jacob, he likes you or whatever. He wants to touch your dick, and that's
I would
fine.
touch Jacob's dick.
That's fine. But Jacob at 831, that's all you question. And then there's another one at Lost Legends at 823 talking about the Blink album. So I told him that you thought it sucked. It was the worst album that you've ever heard in your life, and
I burned it.
You should fucking die.
Yeah. I burned it.
So yeah, you can answer those, and I'll be back to let my little wiener do its job.
I can't wait.
I still got it, Eddie. Boop 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 boop.
Record it for me.
I will. I'll take my phone.
I call them the keepers when he does that. Okay. It's so dark. Why am I so dark all of a sudden? What the fuck is going on? Oh. It's a little better. I don't feel so grayed out. Why does this look this way? I don't like it, Jim. God damn it. Anyways, sorry. Where are we? I'm finding it. I'm feeling it. There's my dude, Jake. What's up, brother? He says, sup, y'all? I saw the Blink review on the Patreon stream. Yeah, for those of you on the Patreon, I did a 45-minute review of Blink's One More Time album because I'm a fucking nerd and I love it so much. And thank you, Mike, for the shout out. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm still blown away by the album. I bought tickets for their show in San Francisco. Cost a pretty penny, but had to after missing the June one. Love you both and missed you. Love you, buddy. Dude, yeah, same thing. Same thing. I saw them. We drove all the way to Atlanta to see them do their show and spend a fuck ton. And then it was like when they announced the new tour, they're like, they're coming to Lexington. And I was like, they've never played at Rupp. They've never, ever done it here. And I was like, I'm not going to have Blink-182 in my town because they do we get nothing in Kentucky, you guys, as far as like pop punk or good like rock shows or whatever. We get absolutely nothing. It's either rap or country. It's fucking weird. But like they've done like little emo nights before and it's like sold out. and like one night, my wife and I had a date night, and we're out, and I'm seeing everywhere I go, I see nothing but people wearing like fucking Take It Back Sunday shirts and shit like that. Like my people that like you don't ever see everywhere, just happy going to the show. I was like, we can't fucking tickets, man. I was like, I'm not doing that with Blink. I will fucking throw my face into a lawnmower blade. So yeah, I had a dive deeply into the wallet and pay for tickets again. But it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be so great because we're taking both the girls. But I'm glad you enjoyed that, man. I when I recorded that, I was like 45 minutes talking about a Blink-182 album. No one's gonna watch this, but I needed to get those feelings off, and that's what I love so much about Patreon is we can just do those random ass videos. But I thought of you when I did that. That's fucking awesome, man. And I hope you fucking enjoy the show. Let me know how it is. We're also seeing Alkaline Trio in Chicago. Fucking pumped about that as well. It's a good time to be alive, man. My wallet's not happy, but it's gonna be great. Love you, dude. Thank you so much. Jay said that he went through these. He didn't tell me what point he was at, so I'm sorry about that. But I know he already read this, so I won't read it out loud. But fuck, I'm sorry to hear that, Robin. That sucks, man. Same this was just talking about earlier. It's like, sometimes you have those fucking days, man. The bad stuff happens, you just don't feel great. We have you guys as well. It's the same thing for us, man, to be able to come on here, fucking just blow off some steam and have a good time with friends. You do the same thing for us, man. So we appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. I promise you that. Let me see. Where were we? Field of Screams. I don't know if Jay got to that one yet, but I hope he didn't because that's funny as fuck. I'll have to ask him when he comes back. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to where we were. I should have been paying more attention to what Jay was saying when he was in here. So I'll have to ask him when he gets back. That's exactly as to where we were. But in the meantime, I'm going to take off my pants and jacket. Not that, you fucking perverts. I took off my hoodie. I don't know if he answered this one or not, but Kyle said saw Terrifier 2 last night in theaters. Dope poster. That is one of the greatest theater experiences I ever had because I saw Terrifier 2 right when it came out in theaters, and the whole thing's fucking packed, right? Like every single seat was full, which you almost never see for movies now. So that was kind of cool, and it was like a limited engagement or whatever the hell, like an evening with Erykah Badu type shit. But like, I'm next to this dude who's wearing a Halloween button-up shirt, like the fucking like $70 Halloween 3 Season of the Witch button-up shirt. So like I know he's a hardcore person into this shit, and he's sitting next to his wife who's just holding her purse and has probably never seen a horror movie in theaters before. And I'm sitting next to them and I'm watching her, and he talked the whole fucking movie. I wanted to reach over and just poke him in the eye, but watching her react to this gnarly shit that's happening on screen was just a joy. It was as entertaining as the movie itself. So even though he never shut the fuck up, she was sitting there clutching her purse, and I'm just laughing my ass off. It was great. But yeah, Terrifier 2 is one of the funnest movies to see in the theater because you get to watch the reactions to the people who have never seen it before, and it's the best. And that poster is sick as shit too. It really is. I don't know if Jay read this or not, Ivan. Oh, there he is. I can ask him. Haha. How's your dick? How was the pee?
Do you believe in life after love, after love, after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think it's strong enough. I read that.
Okay. Did you do the Slender Band singing Corey Feldman's Comeback King?
No, because I ain't got to that part yet. But the thing is, I don't know. I can't remember the fucking song. So
remember I'm the comeback king, back king. It's a bit of myth. Know what I mean?
I literally, there's no way. We could save that one, and I could do it in the live stream.
Yeah. Jay just wants an excuse to listen to it again. Since it's such a great song.
It is actually fucking unfortunately catchy. I just don't remember it, which it defeats the whole purpose of it being catchy. But if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, we'll definitely naming our kids Cher. Woo!
Woo! BA! Gil Kinnan is the director of Frozen Empire. Yes, the movie we're about to watch the trailer for. He was one of the 5 writers of Afterlife.
Oh, shit. I thought he was the main writer, dude. Damn.
It felt like 5 people wrote that movie, to be honest with you. He directed the Poltergeist reboot. Yes, we talked about that, and that is not a vote of confidence. Jason Reitman Carr wrote the screenplay.
Oh, so he had a car like Kit with David Hasselhoff that wrote like Chat GPT.
And is that for Frozen Empire? Yeah, that is true. Gil Kinnan and Jason Reitman wrote this.
I see.
Together forever and never apart. We're having sex, then you fart.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna. I'm stuck in that Cher thing. That fucking sound. Never mind. You know, I know that she could sing, but it's always weird that in her music, she always has that like, what's it called? That sound, like where it says like we're living life everywhere.
Like the 90s voice.
No, but I mean, but it's like an audio effect for the track.
Yeah, I don't
know.
I'm not a Cher guy, so I can't personally share that sentiment with you. Sandman81, thanks, buddy. Says I stumbled across your channel last Halloween and been a fan ever since. My first super chat ever, and it's with two guys.
Hey, all right, man. Hell yeah, dude. We always love it having two guys in on this. Fuck yeah, dude. Sandman81.
We love doing stuff with dudes for the first time.
We hope we don't put you to sleep. Welcome aboard, Sandman81.
Welcome, dude. And by the way, to the dude earlier who was like, will you guys, I was thinking about this when I was outside. Will you guys do more Michael and Loomis stuff? We were just kidding, by the way. We weren't actually like yelling at you. No, that we'll never do that.
Oh,
again.
I was.
We will. Yeah, Jay is drunk. I
have not yet begun to defile myself.
He's been huffing acetone.
I've been huffing gas cans all day long.
We were just, I hope you know that was a joke. We were just messing with you. Just so you know, very much appreciate that you enjoy those, and we're honored. Nighttime said, remember Lethal Weapon ending when Mel Gibson and Gary Busey just start beating the shit out of each other under the busted fire hydrant water? Best ending ever, dude. It's one of my top 5 all-time favorite movies. You're absolutely right. It's an amazing way to end a movie. And the Christmas lights in the background, too, while their families watched.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough that they had this fucking brouhaha to end the movie, but all the families were outside under the Christmas lights watching the drunk uncle fight the teenage son. You know?
Like, that's why me and Mike don't spend Christmas together anymore. Because that's what would happen.
That's how it ends.
That's all it would be.
That was a beautiful scene, though. And like, they were just like, let him have it out. And fucking Mel Gibson shirtless and doing roundhouse kicks. Amazing.
Hot.
They don't make them like that anymore, Jay. They don't do it. Gay! Chucky's in Dead by Daylight next. Don't know how his hitbox works. Need Jason and Candyman next.
I saw some. It's still in PTB or player test build. He looks
penis
overpowered.
Tits butt.
He's overpowered as fuck. Like, and it's awesome though. Like, they got Brad Dourif to come back and he does original lines for the game, it's fucking hilarious. Like, when he kills a survivor, he's like, "That's what you fucking get for playing with dolls." Like, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely gonna get nerfed. But his hitbox, as far as I think, I'm assuming you're talking about flashlight saves, is pretty fucking low. Yeah, and also he's I think he's the only killer so far ever that it's third person, because he's so fucking tiny that they had to do a third person perspective, which is interesting. I think it's a little overpowered though, because if in third person mode you can see more of the playing field, so it's easier to spot survivors. But it looks really fun.
I actually haven't. I haven't watched this yet. I had it pulled up tonight in case anybody wanted to see it, though. The trailer for that. Mm-hmm. Is that what we're talking about right here? This thing?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Let's check it out.
This holiday season comes a toy you'll simply die for. Your new best friend is back with his signature stripes and lifelike eyes. This good guy is always ready for some fun. You'll want to keep an eye on him. You never know what trouble you'll get into next.
Mm-hmm.
If you
circus midgets cannot hold their booze.
It's
fucking scary though.
His way back to you.
It's like the house from Curse of Chucky.
I don't know.
Bring home your friend till the end. Cause if you don't,
you're dead. You hear me? Dead.
Disassembly of parts, body and otherwise, may be required. Good guys.
That's funny. That's exactly what happened after my second daughter was born. We chased her up the stairs. She murdered a guy, and then she looked at me and said, "You're fucking dead."
The 80s were wild, man. But no, it does look really like he looks incredible as far as like what they've done with him. But I think he's going to get nerfed because he's way overpowered. But yeah, otherwise, it's cool. I think because a lot of people have asked for Chucky for a long, long time to be in Dead by Daylight, because I figured they were like, well, we don't know how to implement him because he's got to pick people up and put them on the hook and shit. And what they use is pretty interesting. They use the ghost of Charles Lee Ray helps to pick up the body and put them on those hooks in Dead by Daylight. It's pretty cool. I think, but a lot of people thought it was going to be Predator was going to be the next killer.
Did I? By the way, I was not to take it off topic here or whatever. And I haven't played that. I played it a couple times, and I was like, I can't figure this out.
I got a 4K with Saw Girl Amanda. Yeah, my girl.
I got bored real quick playing Dead by Daylight. And I just turned it off. But apparently, I'm wrong on that because everybody fucking loves it. So
it's a great game.
Colton said that we missed this super chitty.
God damn it. Oh, yeah.
Sup, dudes? Jay, RoboCop is so good.
It is.
Also, I sent you a friend request on PS5. What's y'all's favorite car chase scene? Mine's Bad Boys 2.
That's a good one. Thank you, Colton. By the way, I think, Colton, I'll have to get with you, man. I think I gave you the wrong fucking PlayStation gamer tag thing. I don't think that's the... I thought that's what I gave you was my email address, but that's the email address I used to register my gamer tag. So it was wrong, but I'll get back to you. Car chase scene.
I'm just off the top of my head, dude. I'm gonna go with either The Rock. That was a great car chase scene in The Rock. After it's a grunge thing scene, and then Born Identity, when he's like, "Do you get your oil changed regularly?" And he's in that tiny little fucking shit car. That was a great car chase scene.
Man, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Gone in 60 Seconds. The end of it with Nicolas Cage when he gets that car that he's always been wanting, and he does all those fancy ass fucking tricks and shit. He goes, I got what was his name in Gone in 60 Seconds? It wasn't Riggs, but
no, that's Lethal Weapon.
Diggs. What the fuck was his name in the movie?
It was Randall Memphis.
Yeah, because the black guy, the cop was like, "I got you." I just love that scene. That scene was so intense. I loved it. I love that detective, the black detective guy that was like on his case for Eleanor. I think that was the car's name.
Ving Rhames, right?
No,
it was
that guy. I don't remember that guy's name. That guy was great. I love that guy. He's got a great voice.
I think that was the dude from The Principal, right?
Jesus Christ! Like, just get off Twitter, dude. Just get off Twitter.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Fucking Jada Pinkett Smith shit.
Delroy Lindo was the guy's name.
Yeah, the guy
was kind of like LeBron James.
The principal was fucking. I think it was Louis Gossett Jr.
Lou Gossett Jr. Yeah, I thought Lou Gossett Jr., but it was Delroy Lindo. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we stopped reviewing American Horror Stories.
I think it was Idris Elba.
Yeah,
that's a whole that's a story. That was an inside joke, don't think we actually are being serious right now.
No, I don't think there's no way. We live in Kentucky. That's the most blue state ever.
Bad Boys 2 does have a good car chase scene. Sure. By the way, did you get to now I'm confused as to what ones you got to.
I literally that was for you.
This is the one that you said was for me that I missed. I apologize. Lost Legends TV. Yo, Mike, I'm sure you've been asked 100 times already. How you feeling about the new Blink album? Anthem Part 3 is amazing.
I answered my part, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I did a full 40-minute review of the whole album, but I'll tell you this, it's a 10 out of 10. It's in my Mount Rushmore of fucking Blink. I'm still listening to it every day on loop. My whole fucking family brushes their teeth to it at this point. My wife fucking, I think, hates it at this point. My 7-year-old loves the whole album, knows it, and could give you a whole review herself. So yeah, dude, it's fucking, and Anthem Part 3 is one of the top 3 to 4 songs in the album. I'd go Turpentine. I'd go More Than You Know. And Anthem 3 are like right up there, and the new one, Cut Me Off, is fucking amazing too. So yeah, dude,
I love My Own Prison, What If, and Fire. Those are amazing. I think that guy's got vocals.
By the way, speaking of which, you do love Dance With Me though. I know that Jay loves Dance With Me.
No, I like that. I know I liked what I've heard so far. I don't typically buy CDs anymore unless I just don't.
The other night after the Patreon stream, because we did the Patreon stream in person this time, so afterwards I forced Jay by Dick Point to sit down and watch like every single Blink song with me. I was like, "Yo, check out the lyrics, dude."
It was the ugliest pointed thing I've ever seen in my life. It looked like a creature. It looked like that creature that the old man turns into in Poltergeist 2, when he's got like the big spindly legs.
I hit him in the face with it. I was like, "Sit down and watch the Turpentine music."
I was like, "Oh, herpes."
Oh, okay, my friends. We are at that point But I do want to ask, by the way, because I kind of sped through this one because I thought you already read it. I want to make sure you didn't read it. Wait for it.
Oh,
Wait for it. Did you get Robin Barker?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I mentioned that one too. I just want to make sure that we gave it the appropriate time necessary.
I did appropriate time.
Yes, Jimothy. Give it to me. Rusty Line says, Jay, have you played Spider-Man 2 yet?
Yes! No, yeah, I love it, dude. I've mentioned how much I just came when I finished it. It was so good. I can't wait for the DLC. The only thing I was bummed about was that I didn't like the MJ missions. I thought those were fucking stupid and slow, and they took away from the game. And I didn't like the fact that it didn't launch with New Game Plus. But apparently that's going to be taken care of by the end of 2023. But either way, it's a great story. I really liked it. I think I know some people won't get very happy about what may be the future, because everybody knew it was going to happen. Like, listen, it's not a spoiler, but it's a very good possibility that possibly, maybe eventually, and it's fine, Miles Morales may take over as Spider-Man. But I mean, come on, who gives a shit? It's still fucking Spider-Man. You still get to go fly around the fucking city. I know it's not Peter Parker, but if he's taking a break, fuck you. He's taking a break. He wants to screw MJ's brains out. And it's really hard to do when you're trying to balance your life as a superhero and trying to fuck that ass. You don't got time.
Sure.
Because he's like, I'm getting ready to slide up into this coochie, and then you hear the fucking radio, and then you gotta go and fucking stop a bank robbery, and by the time you get back, she's fucking asleep. I've seen it 100 times.
Yeah. Next time I recommend you buy from me. Gary says, I wish they'd go back and do survivors for Leatherface and Pinhead like Michael and Freddy has Laurie and Quentin. I'd rather it was Nancy. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like Dead by Daylight, it's like every 2 weeks they're like, well, nobody's playing our game. Let's throw out another fucking character in there. It's the same game, but it's a new fucking character.
That's what it keeps it alive. By getting the licensed characters, that's what keeps the game relevant and people keep coming back and playing it. Now, what I thought would be cool is what if they did a Lost Boys and they got David as the killer and they got Michael as the survivor.
But is there any story to any of this, or are you still just
there is apparently a story. It's just really weird. I don't understand it, but there's a very loose story. There's no campaign or anything like that. It's just like a very loose backstory, biography of why those survivors are there and why these killers are brought into this world or realm to hunt them down. But they're apparently making a movie out of it, so God be with them, because that just seems like an all over the fucking place script. I don't know.
Oh, well, once Five Nights at Freddy's did good, then that was it. By the way, 78% drop off in week 2 for Five Nights at Freddy's. Yikes.
Well, yeah,
they still did fine though. Gary said, and go back to do Sydney for Ghostface. Yeah,
well, I know it's weird that they didn't do that. Well, I think it's because they couldn't get Nev Campbell's write off for likeness and voice.
I just don't. I really just wish the fuck that somebody would make a goddamn like story driven game for one of these horror movies. Like the thing that they're doing is fun. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre kicks ass and all that, but like, can we get just someone to go out and do something different now? Like,
I think they're scared. I think they're scared because if you do a dedicated like campaign kind of game like with around Ghostface or Halloween or something like that, yeah, there's gonna be hardcore fans that turn out, but whether or not it would make up for how much it's gonna cost to do a game like that. And to have this open world, not really open world, but this linear story, it's still going to cost a lot of money to make. And if it doesn't pay off, they're all fucked. Because, again, hardcore fans will turn out for the game. But if they can't get to the mainstream vanilla audience, then they're scared of doing it. Everybody loves multiplayer games. That's why Dead by Daylight is still surviving. It's a great game, and it's a multiplayer game. And they keep getting licenses. Jay. You know what, Mike? Why don't you go suck that fucking bitch's dick behind you? That Exorcist.
Who are you talking about?
That girl in the picture, Exorcist.
I thought it was
Reagan.
Thor. Like, don't you dare talk about Thor that way.
No, behind you. Yeah. If it was your wife, like, I don't care. But if it was my dog, fuck you.
I subverted the expectations on that one. You know what I was doing. Okay, let's watch motherfucking Ghostbusters. And please, in the chat, give us your thoughts, your chats, as we go along. What do you guys think? Jay and I have not seen this.
I don't like the name at all. I'll be honest with
you. Frozen Empire sounds.
It sounds like a Mortal Kombat DLC.
It is very non-Ghostbusters, isn't it? Like, doesn't that seem like the last thing Ghostbusters would do?
Well, I mean, I don't know
what something Frozen Empire.
Yeah. It doesn't really. Well, I mean, to be fair, Ghostbusters 1, it was just called Ghostbusters 2. Finally, fuck. Yeah.
Finally, fuck.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
Why don't you write me a song about why the hell I'd ever want to do that?
Because it would take forever. Didn't you read his goddamn name? Let's get into
here we go. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be all right.
Somebody talk to it because I know you will. Oh, it's not a juicy, it's not thick. It's not a thick one. Like 205, it's not a lot, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
If by the way, if at some point we do get DMC'd and the stream just like cuts us off or whatever, I will start a new one or something. So just keep your eyes peeled. It's always sketchy to do these things. Here we go. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Sucking, fucking, and touching.
Open that butt. Ooh, Cruel Summer.
I'm telling you, it's going to be another hot one out there. In fact, there are heat alerts in effect for New Jersey, feeling like 100 degrees.
What a Stranger Things ripoff.
Shut up. I'm watching. Uh-oh.
What is that?
Godzilla?
Pacific Rim 3. Sub-Zero!
That's dope.
Ooh, dude. I'll go see you. Okay, go see you. Go see you.
For the first time in New York history, people froze to death in the middle of July.
What is it?
The death chill.
The death chill.
Power to kill.
Oh, he's in the uniform.
Your veins turn to rivers of ice.
Oh,
Bones crack.
Paul Rudd was in the uniform
And the
too.
last thing you see
Ooh.
is your own tear ducts freezing up.
Like, literally scared to death? That's so cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I like what I see, but I don't know.
Ooh, the nun.
Look at their jackets. I want that jacket. You know what? They're gonna hunt ghosts and then they're gonna hunt deer afterwards. I love it. Dude, you know what? To be fair, I mean, I like the little tiny tip of the penis that we got right there. I don't want to see too much. I want to be shocked and surprised and awed when I go and see it in the theater. But from what I saw, I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I love it. And I love that. I like the uniform. I like that Ernie Hudson was in the uniform, but I don't know what to fucking make of it. You know what? I don't, because that Sub-Zero monster, could it be like one of the ghosts from Real Ghostbusters or something? Maybe that they're implementing into the movie, which by the way, I'm happy. Like, I know a lot of people were like hoping that they would put Vigo back in this one, but I was like, you guys can't keep going back to the same thing.
We did Vigo. Yeah.
Well, they did. No, they did Gozer in the last one. I was like, they don't want to do Vigo the Carpathian again, even though he's a great character. But like, I like that they're doing an original thing. But you know, it just,
I want to know your thoughts.
I don't fucking care. It's Ghostbusters, and Melissa McCarthy is nowhere to be seen, or Paul Shithead. So I'm happy.
So yeah, if your bottom line is 2016 or is it 14 now? 2016 Ghostbusters, then yeah, I mean, you definitely got to clear that path. But like, I want to know, like, yeah, I was want to know your thoughts on it as a super. We both love Ghostbusters, but like, it's like your favorite.
Well, I liked it. There was a little bit, and I mean, I don't mean this in a negative way because I don't know. I mean, they didn't show a lot, but there was a little tiny bit, just a little tiny butt crack smell of possibly a little bit over. I don't know the right way to put it. Not over Hollywoodized.
Magoo.
Like CG-ish, Marvel Avengers type of feel to it that I didn't like. Like the Afterlife had more of a grounded feel to it. Like, even though there was obviously CG effects, it had more of a grounded feel. It was a more down to earth type of movie, salt of the earth type of movie. This one is like a little bit, which I get. They're over, Egon passing away, and they're like in the thick of it in Manhattan. But I don't know, man. There was something about like Ghostbusters 1 and even 2, which people hate, which I don't understand why. But
just as good as 1.
Those movies just felt grounded. Even though it didn't have obviously they were shot well. The special effects were top notch, but it had that grit feel to it still. I don't. It was still New York, man. It's still fun. You know, people step on your face and say, "What about it?" But it's New York. It's how it is. You know, like that. I don't know.
Get a slice of pizza.
I just hope it doesn't fall victim to like over CGIing shit in reliance of over CGIing and sacrificing story because of it.
100% agree that I'm not surprised by any means. That's exactly what I expected to see as far as the CG goes, because it was just like that in the first movie too. I mean, like it was,
but not
like,
as bad. But the thing about the Afterlife was Afterlife again. It had a grounded. It felt more of a grounded story, even with the CG. And again, I feel like I'm judging this harshly. It looks cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I love their fucking like John Deere jackets. The orange reflector things, I thought those were cool.
Those are sick.
I did think they were cool. And it was cool to see Paul Rudd in the fucking Ghostbusters uniform, so he's going to be helping the team. You saw a brief moment with Ernie Hudson in the uniform, and then a couple of the other guys in the uniform. I think it's going to be. I just hope it's there. There's a lot of focus on story building and like the inner workings of the relationship between everybody, and what it's like to actually be a full-fledged Ghostbuster now in Manhattan, and not just a reliance on like cheap-ass CGI special effects with a villain that nobody cares about because it's rushed. I don't think it's going to be like that, but there was a lot of times that it could fall victim to that. And what I saw, again, it looked cool, and I'm definitely, I mean, it doesn't, it could look like a big pile of dog shit with a cherry on top, and I'll eat it gladly. It's Ghostbusters. But at the end of the day, I don't want to go to the theater and just be like, God damn, this is like a fucking DLC for a video game. Like, there's no heart or story in it. It's just a bunch of special effects and running around shooting proton packs. I don't think it's going to be like that because, again, I don't think Jason Reitman would let his dad's like legacy be tarnished like that by Gil. Gil, if you fuck me, I swear to God, dude, you're going to be directing,
don't you ever go over
you're going to be directing fucking traffic at a goddamn school. The only script you're going to be writing is how better we can be using in traffic circles. I don't know, but either way, we'll see.
From my point of view, man, honest to God, like my one hope from Afterlife, I enjoyed it for what it was. Because, like, again, like you said, it wasn't the 2016 Melissa McCarthy bullshit, right? It honored at least Thor. I can't believe you actually walked on camera wearing that.
Egon.
With yourself.
Or Harold Ramis.
Well, it honored Harold Ramis, and it honored the original cast at least. And it was touching. It did bring a tear to my eye or whatever. But, like, it did not feel anything like the original Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters
it was evolved.
Were so special because they were, like you said, they almost had a gritty feel to them. It felt like some dudes hanging out in New York City, having a hot dog and having a fucking fifth passed around going, what are we going to do now? I don't know. It was, like, to be fair, it was a movie for fucking adults. Like, that actually transcended and became a movie that kids could watch and love because it was just so beautiful and so well done. And it was a goddamn stroke of fucking cinema genius, right? These movies, the first fucking movie and this movie, feel to me like Marvelized, commercialized, tainted versions of that.
I don't think Afterlife was like that. No, because I think Afterlife actually did a good job with a great emotionally impactful story.
The emotional part was there.
I think that's lacking in a lot of soulless ass Disney projects.
But when was Ghostbusters 1 and 2 trying to make you cry? When was Ghostbusters 1 and 2 trying to like Easter egg and like draw back from old? They were telling an original story. The reason why is Harold Ramis
died though, and they were trying to make it with an Egon Spengler hook.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I will say, I respected that.
Yeah, well, I will say you got to remember, they will never, no matter what they do, they will never recapture the glory of Ghostbusters ever. I mean, you're talking about legendary juggernauts of comedy that were together on screen, along with the legendary director and Ivan Reitman, that got them the SNL vibe. They were all like, they knew how to work off each other. You will never ever get that again. The best you're going to get is a carbon copy or something that's like, what the Uncanny Valley kind of syndrome, where it's like it looks kind of human but it's not, and it's kind of off. I feel like that's where it's always going to be, unless they just rebooted the whole fucking thing, which I don't want them to do, because they tried that in 2016 and it fell flatter than fucking Michael Jackson's Defense Please. I don't think that's a good idea.
Hey, those worked.
Well, I know they did work, but not to the public. But I will say, but at the end of the day, I'm going to withhold judgment. I like that they didn't give us too much. You got a little taste of the nugget, which is nice. I know we talk about that all the time. A lot of these teaser trailers, they give you like a 4.5 minute fucking teaser, and you feel like you saw the whole movie. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying what I'm taking from it is it just, and I know it sounds like a shithead thing to say, and I love Ghostbusters, dude. Don't get me wrong. There was just like a goofiness feel to it, like a goofy, like not like in a bad way, but it felt like a goofy, like, okay, we want to make a kids movie, which is fine. Yes. If that's what you're going for, by all means, 100%. But I felt like there was a maturity tone to it in Afterlife where like they respected and they understood the fans that had come up with Ghostbusters, and they were kind of like acknowledging that and and there is a lot of fan service. From what I even saw in the teaser trailer, there is some fan service going on, but it feels like there's more of a shift to like the demographics of kids, like 10 years old, 11 years old. But which is, I mean, again, at this point, I'm not going to be a 40-year-old man crying about my childhood. Like, I get it.
Yeah. No, that's exactly. I totally agree with that. Like, I think that like they were never going to make another Ghostbusters movie like the Ghostbusters of old. Like they were never going to do that, right?
Even if they rebooted the whole fucking thing and they had another cast, like, and it wasn't the McCarthy-led cast, I still would be like, it's never going to get there. It'll never.
The best hope you could ever get to actually have the vibe of the original Ghostbusters is going to come in a fucking fan film or something. You know what I mean? Like they're never going to do that. But I just think that like for that first movie, and I liked it fine. I think I gave it like a 7 or something. Like I liked it fine. Like I said, it made me cry. It was a nice, touching ode to them. But my thing is at the end of that movie in Afterlife, my favorite part of the whole fucking movie is the post-credit sequence, which, by the way, that gets you into dangerous Marvel territory when you're just going to see movies for the fucking post-credit sequence.
With Venkman and Sigourney and Ernie Hudson talking.
To when Ernie was like, "I'm going to take it over and I'm going to buy this."
I love that. No, that was great.
It was the best part of the movie.
Well, no, I do. I think the best part of the movie is when Egon comes back. But I mean, I know what you're saying.
For going forward. But like, as far as like, because I think we all said, "Holy shit, this next sequel!" I just got so excited for it. And just to be honest with you, from what I watched. Instead, like where Ghostbusters felt so original to me, like, and I totally understand where you're coming from. Like, if I were you, I'd be just fucking pumped as shit. Like, we're getting Ghostbusters content.
Well, I'm happy it's a Ghostbusters, but I'm tentatively excited. Like, I'm not gonna like to me, like it's great.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not poo-pooing that. Like, I think it's cool we're getting Ghostbusters movies, and I'm psyched. I can't help but feel like when I watched that, where Ghostbusters was such a pioneering movie, like and it just didn't give a fuck, you know, and it was doing its own thing, and it was like it was original as fuck. I watched this, and it starts with the '80s song, and they do the Jaws thing, kind of, and they've got the trailer music slows down, and everything gets icy, like the fucking Thor 2 villains that's about to show up. I just feel like this feels like it's taking from other Marvel movies and other movies that have already happened rather than doing its own fucking thing. And it just feels like I don't feel anything. And I was kind of hoping to see more of the original Ghostbusters.
We saw Ernie and we saw Annie Potts, which was nice. He was in the suit. And I think Dan Aykroyd's back, which, you know, at this point I was fine if Bill Murray was not going to return. Like I knew that it was going to be a hard sell to get him to come back. I understand. And Sigourney Weaver, I think, had gone on before and say that she was never going to come back on at all unless Bill Murray was agreeing to it. So that's fine. I understand. I also, and dude, it would be a fucking shell shock. You imagine if you're watching it though, and Lewis shows up, like Rick Moranis. They get Rick Moranis to come back and do Lewis, and pick up the relationship with Annie Potts and Janine. That'd be cool.
If he has a touching story and it's not just
but I mean
Easter egg.
What I saw, and again, I don't know the length of the movie. I'm just going based on what I saw. There's it looks good. I'm not gonna go see it because I love Ghostbusters. It wouldn't matter if it was a shithole or if it was a big turd with a cherry on top. I'd still eat it gladly as long as McCarthy wasn't near it or Feig.
They did drop the bar pretty low there.
Well, I know, but there's a feeling when I was watching it, and I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get hate for it, and I understand, but I feel like there was a shift to a demographic of under 11 from what I saw, and that was, again, it's only a 2-minute fucking teaser, and people are like, well, Jay, you dumb motherfucker with a dirty ass, nasty, outdated haircut. You don't even know what you're talking about because obviously you only saw 2 minutes of it.
Haircut looks fine to me, man.
I'm talking about the reality of when I look in the mirror. I know what people say. I'm kidding. No, but literally, I understand the argument though. We don't know, but I just feel like the CG effects, the tone of the movie that I saw in the teaser, the vibe that I was picking up off of it. Again, it just felt like a kid's kind of thing. I don't know. It could be fun. I mean, adults are going to love it because they're going to love the nostalgia, but it's like we need to target a demographic that can carry the franchise into the future and not just those 40-year-olds that love the film back in the day. Yeah. Like we're going to make maybe like some emotional or maybe like some great writing, like nods to the old school team, but we're trying to get a new target audience to pick it up and like, you know, go out to Walmart and buy the fucking toys and run around pretending to be Ghostbusters, which I still do, you son of a bitch. So
that's my thing. Like, I just feel like, you know, like it's Ghostbusters 2, like you see slime coming out of a toy. It's very simple. Like, but you see slime coming out of a fucking sink, right? Or they go down underneath and there's like the rivers of slime or whatever. And even so, even if some of the effects look dated or whatever, and then you've got in this, you just got super obvious day after tomorrow looking CG of like shit just freezing.
Well, it wasn't that
up.
bad, but it was Holly. It was Disney. It was Disney CG.
Yeah, why not scale back? Why not spend as much money? Focus on story, and you don't need to have these crazy shots of the entire city being covered in ice. You just show one street corner, and you could fucking do it. I
go to the Ice Age. I
don't understand.
A lot of directors, man, and a lot of them, they fall into that trap, dude, because it's so easy to do CG effects and not worry about storytelling in some regards, and you can just do a CG effect and disregard a storytelling element and just put it like a special boo-boo cool action sequence on the scene, and that's it. And I feel like a lot of directors and writers fall into this, and you know, like if you look at Ghostbusters in 1984, and again, I know it's gonna be a broken record if we keep doing it, but if you look at Ghostbusters in 1984, Ivan Reitman was so fucking smart because the technology for CG was really not there like what it is now, and it's so easy to use, and it's a lot cheaper to use now. Like, you know, a fucking person with like Windows XP could probably make a decent CG effect for a Ghostbusters movie. But it was a lot harder to implement back then. And they used a combination of like really smart CG, because you had to be smart with it back then because it was so expensive, and practical effects in a lot of ways that still work. And they were relying on the talents of their actors more so than anything else to sell the fucking story. And Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Harold Ramis. But either way, you're never going to get Ghostbusters again. Like the original Ghostbusters, and you're right. Never, ever. So, it's never going to happen.
So if your expectation is to ever get like a movie that's Ghostbusters 3 that really feels like it's the follow-up to Ghostbusters 2,
you gotta play the video game. The video game is the closest you'll ever get.
Right. Like you're never gonna have that. So like
I keep on doing that.
When I watch this though, I'm just like and then you've got the kids, obviously. And they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna bring in the kids. We knew that from the last movie, but like there was just an element of those first two movies. Like it was more of a comedy than it was anything else. It wasn't really about. It was never really about the special effects. Like, and they did some cool shit, like with the gargoyles and the fucking. I love that Slimer. That shit felt like an additive to the comedy and the camaraderie of this group of men that you're watching. And they don't have to be men, but like this.
Yes, they do.
Beings, including Janine and including
Lewis.
No, not Renee Zellweger, but I don't know why I want to say Renee Zellweger.
She wasn't in it. Not yet.
I'm having a brain fart. No, Alien. Sigourney Weaver. Yeah. It's not just a men thing, but they had this camaraderie, and it was about them doing this thing. And now it just feels like how can we get a mass market? We're gonna bring the kids in. We're gonna get the old people with the old Ghostbusters. Everybody loves Paul Rudd, and I love Paul Rudd too. And don't get me wrong, like I love seeing Paul Rudd wearing that jacket, and that's a cool.
Look, that's a cool looking fucking jacket. Oh my god!
Paul Rudd.
Look at the trap, Ray. I feel like it's too bright.
Paul Rudd holding a fucking proton pack is beautiful. It's a beautiful.
He wasn't just holding a proton pack; he was in the uniform, and he had that cool jacket on. Listen, and it's going to go back to the age-old debate. Like, what were the kids a smart choice? I feel like it was an in-between thing. Like, people didn't like the 2016 for a lot of various reasons, and they didn't want to do a complete recast or a reboot of the whole movie and have four dudes that meet up and they bust ghosts. So they kind of did they had two guys and a little girl. The kids, and they get the proton packs. And they had that but Could it have worked if Paul Rudd and Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, which was the original? No, it was Paul Rudd. I heard this. It was Paul Rudd, Chris Pratt, and Magic Mike.
Channing Tatum.
Tater Tots, and one other guy that they were going to do a soft reboot with those guys. Could that have worked? Maybe. But at the same time, again, even if you get you're never going to capture what the original guys did. Like, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. And I would fucking hate for the current SNL, because they're going to get that douchebag that fucked that Kardashian as one of the Ghostbusters. What's his name? All he does is Taco Bell commercials now. Pete Davidson. Yeah. God damn it. What a fucking awful ass shit that is.
We were talking about something completely different. Sorry, MJ just walked out covered in henna tattoos, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" But no,
so you imagine if Pete Davidson was a fucking Ghostbuster, and they used that. Oh my god!
Honestly, if they were trying to do comedy, like if they were trying to make a comedy and just tied Ghostbusters, I wouldn't even mind if Pete Davidson was involved. I just and the more and more I talk about it, actually, the more like confused and confuddled I get. I feel like we're regulated to just being like, hey, like the best you can hope for is Ghostbusters will never be Ghostbusters again. But hey, let's just watch our kids enjoy their movies and be happy for them. Well, that's kind of what this feels like to me.
I feel like
the same.
I'm going to reiterate. I'm happy that a Ghostbusters movie is coming out under the guidance of Jason Reitman, who I think did an incredible job with Afterlife. I'm glad to see Ernie Hudson back. They're paying respects, and it's back in the firehouse we go. I'm gonna say I'm cautious. I'm a lot more cautious on this one than I was on Afterlife, because there's something about this movie that just it smells like marketability. It smells
capitalism.
It smells like no, not capitalism.
I'm not actually saying Pete Davidson.
No, it smells like Mickey Mouse dick. It smells like Mickey Mouse dick. It smells like Disney, and I know it's not. But listen, Sony works really closely with Disney. Obviously with Spider-Man, Sony.
They try to be them as much as they possibly
can.
Yeah,
I said Sony, right? But yeah, so I don't know, man. As a diehard Ghostbusters fan, I'm happy anything Ghostbusters related is back out in the movie theater, and it's going to be really awesome to go to the movie theater and watch a fucking Ghostbusters movie. That's badass. But at the same time, I'm not going to go in expecting it to be like a replica. Like, it may not even be good as Afterlife. It might fucking suck. It might be the worst movie after 2016. I mean, it could happen. The jokes could be flat, and they could be like, well, the story's not really strong. We relied on CG, cool monsters and effects, but like that overused CG shit that a lot of Marvel movies. Anyway, we'll see.
I'm into what Stacey James is talking about. Paul Rudd, Jamie Foxx, Channing Tatum, Bill Hader.
That's a great fucking lineup. And you know what? Do that and make it rated PG-13. I don't want to listen, dude. If this movie tanks, if this movie fucking blows asshole, and the majority of ghost heads, that's what we call ourselves, if the majority of ghost heads like hate it, time to reboot the fucking movie. I will give the green light to reboot it. Move on.
Maybe what it takes.
40 years? It's been 40 years? Yeah, 40 years. I'll be 40 in February. It's been 40 years almost.
I just think, and that's what I think. I like, and again, in the third hour, we're gonna go back and we're look at some freeze frames, and we're gonna take a deeper look at this for sure. I just think, dude, it's the same shit to me. And like, depending on how you feel about Afterlife, and Jay and I, obviously, we feel differently about Afterlife than one another. But like, going forward, it's like, yeah, Afterlife was great because like they didn't do the Melissa McCarthy thing. Yeah, it's a really, really low bar, but like they did show like this really beautiful, sweet homage to the original, and it didn't have the comedy and it didn't have the things that the original film had, but it was sweet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was heart touching.
Well,
it was honorable.
They paid it. They gave a love letter to the fans, which I think a lot of people appreciate it.
And I respect that. And I really do respect that. But like going forward, it's like, yeah, but it worked. So like the good thing is it worked, and the bad thing is it worked. So the bad part about that is they're going to continue to make these fluffy films. I mean, it's going to be fluffy Ghostbusters, CG, Marvel, kids movies going forward now.
You don't say that. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
What is?
Here's a good thing. I got to go pee because it's going to feel good when I let my lower intestine get relieved. But anyway, I will enjoy. I'll be back soon.
Enjoy Pippa Top.
By the way, I don't want to. like, I know it's going to happen no matter what. I can literally sit here and lick the asshole of the trailer and it won't make a difference. They'll be like, well, you're obviously a corporate shill. Or I can be like voicing my real thoughts and people are going to be like, so you're not like, you're being in the middle. You're being a fence.
I believe what you're
saying.
saying.
But I'm saying like, you saw a 2 minute. I'm only saying, I'm not mad about it, but like you saw 2 minutes of a fucking trailer. And all I'm saying is like, the story could be great. I'm glad they don't show everything. But at the same time, you cannot look at that and tell me that it doesn't have the vibe of like a fucking Disney Marvel movie.
Oh, dude, I think
that scares me. That
spot fucking on. I think you're absolutely right.
No, but I know that people are going to like, well, see, you're being inconsistent. But you know what? You can suck my inconsistent here because it's always inconsistent. But I'll be back.
I understand where you're coming from. I do. Suck my inconsistent wiener. I'm out. I do. Like, I don't want, and I definitely don't want to poo-poo Jay's party because I know how much he loves Ghostbusters. I just am so sick of this shit. Like, I'm not angry at it. Maybe it'll be great. I'm just like, can we get one fucking movie for adults? Like, I mean, is it so bad to just be like, hey, we're gonna make a fucking adult movie with like interesting new characters and ideals, and like maybe everyone's not perfect, maybe everything's not hunky-dory, maybe everything's not a goddamn, fucking Hallmark flick. I don't know. Am I wrong here? I guess I'm crazy for saying that. I'm not gonna just like blow every single piece of like super heightened fucking studio shit that comes out. And it feels like, oh my God, they gave stuff for fans. We have to love it. No, you don't. You should actually also expect your number one priority. I feel like when you're watching a movie is to be like, I want you to give me a good movie that doesn't just do throwbacks, that just doesn't only appeal to the mainstream audience. You should try to push the needle fucking forward a bit. And I think this looks fine. Like, I think it looks fine. It's not shit. It's not going to make me mad. It's not Paul Feig saying, yes, my movie is going to be women just because I'm trying to make a political statement. But like, also, I mean, there's nothing new here. Like, Ghostbusters was so fucking original, and it was so smart, and it was so funny, and it took chances, and it had fucking nutsack to it. These things feel like cartoons. They feel like live action Disney films to me when I see them. And like appealing to the masses and no one in particular at the same time. I don't know. I don't need, and don't get me wrong, I don't want Ghostbusters to be R-rated and be mean and hateful. I don't need a fucking Terrifier 2 Ghostbusters movie. But like, when you watch that first Ghostbusters movie, didn't you fall in love with Venkman because he was a little fucking off? Because he said shit that was weird because he was a little fucking crazy? Didn't you fall in love with how weird and strange Egon was and how he didn't fit in and how he's kind of a fucking weirdo? Like, these days, it's just like, oh, it just seems like they're just like, that kid doesn't fit in. We don't have to give them the personality traits because we actually want them to fit in because we want them to test well with audiences. So we're going to make them completely normal, but they wear glasses. So that's why they're outcasts. And they're just going to have this generic rise to normalcy. Like, I just miss the day when characters were weird and the scripts were weird and it felt like they were fucking doing something risky. This feels so fucking generic to me. It does. I'm just like anybody else. I love seeing the fucking proton packs. I love seeing fucking Paul Rudd wearing those Ghostbusters jackets. But like that opening, the Stranger Things, like, oh, we're gonna throw an 80s song and we're gonna show the 80s. Like, it just feels like we're doing it to fucking death. Like, is there anything that's like gonna take any chances here? Is there anything here that's gonna like cut through? Is there a piece of this script that's gonna have a moment that shocks fucking anyone? Other than the end when they go, guess what we're gonna do in the sequel? The last movie, the end of it, I love the whole, guess what we're gonna do in the sequel? We're bringing back the originals, Winston's owning shit. The last apart, again, like Jay said, from the Egon heart-touching stuff, the best part of that movie was like, oh my God, we're going back and Winston owns shit and he's doing great. Fuck. What are we gonna do? We watched the Ghostbusters sit around and eat Twinkies and smoke cigarettes, and it was probably the funnest part of the fucking movie at times. Imagine that in this movie. Imagine seeing Ray and Winston and them sitting around fucking ripping cigs and eating fucking Twinkies. You see that happening? I fucking don't. I don't know. I think it'll be an average movie. That's just what I get from it. It'll be an average, crowd-pleasing movie. it just doesn't have that fucking pioneering, ballsy, we're telling our own story, not trying to please the masses feel to it to me. That's just me though. I'm happy for people who are happy.
Oh, I feel it coming back again. Shitty
like
comments
a
in
record,
the
baby.
YouTube sections to win. If you didn't like Ghostbusters, Frozen King, whatever. I know it's not called
Can you
Frozen
hear
King.
the dolphin cry? Never leave.
Hey, dude, you guys remember when Live was like fucking hot? They had 3 good songs, dude.
I'll be right back. I got the pee now.
Oh, all cut up.
I didn't even get. I was just running my mouth the entire time.
Oh,
to be
shit.
honest with you. Hey, but I mean, this is your. Let me see. So
it's fine. I mean, I can just like I can be live with these fucks, and I love it.
No, like I think people
Michael
want your
Parton said
opinion more
Frozen
than
King.
mine too.
King.
I think you more than mine do. I think people want your opinion more than mine on this. So that's we are at currently.
JT Custom says, "Well, the villain does look original and different. You only saw him for 2 seconds.
I
You
just
went
saw
out for 2
Icicles.
weeks, but yeah, he does look original.
I saw Icicles and the Nun from the fucking Conjuring.
When you saw the eyes, yeah. Well, listen, yeah, definitely, he's original. I mean, yeah, I like that. I mean, you got to move on from Vigo and Gozer, so I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah,
Iron Wolf says Live had 4 good songs. Actually, I only know 3, but
I only know 2. Colin at 918 is where we're at, buddy.
Colin at 918.
Colin's a strong fucking name, by the way.
Colin is strong.
I love that name. I want to name my son Colin, that I'm never going to have.
Colin Kaepernick.
Maybe not that.
Colin!
I can't. Oh, I muted Jay.
I get paid for being on my knees, bitch. That's what I said.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Did someone get offended? Good. Colin says, thank you, man. Says, no Ghostbusters movie will ever reach the heights of Ghostbusters 2016. You shut your fucking blasphemous mouth up, Colin. I take back everything I've said from your strong name. It is still a strong name, but your mouth is just absolutely hellacious with those lies that spout forth from a fountain of dirt. You know, there are some people that like 2016. I question whether or not they're sane, but there are people that did like it. I've literally tried to watch 2016 and I have tried to make myself like it. I just can't do it. It's literally like someone is taking my balls and putting it up in like a boxing thing, and Mike Tyson is just over and over doing that thing, whatever boxers do, and they do that like whatever. I don't know. I don't box, so but you know what I mean. Gary coming in hot. I'm sorry, guys. Like that shit was loud. He says, so the shadow entity pulls characters from different worlds into the shadow world. Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. It kind of sounds like, well, Ghostbusters, the video game, which in my opinion is the unofficial Ghostbusters 3. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that was released. It was 2016. I don't remember, but it had the original voice actors, or it had the original cast: Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd in the game, along with Annie Potts, and the guy that played Walter Peck was actually in it as well. And it was pinned. The script was helped along by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, and they had a similar where the entity is pulling Manhattan into the death world or shadow world or something like that. But yeah, I listen, and it could be cool. I'm really not shitting on it. I just don't know. It's just, there's a lot of unknowns in the air here, sir. I don't know if we should proceed. Okay. Alpha team, come in, go first. You know what I mean? Sub-Zero is probably the main villain. Michael Porton says, yes, I feel that. It does feel it does feel like a DLC for Sub-Zero. It does. There's something very Sub-Zero-ish about it, but maybe it's just because it's cold. Cruising. Mr. Clumps, oh shit. Says, don't talk about my wife, Leslie Jones. She's all mine. You can have her, Mr. Clumps. And you can leave clumps of disease in her as she's left in you, Mr. Clumps. Holy shit. When did you get out of prison? Michael also says, I think he says, I really wish Rick Moranis would show up as Lewis, especially since he's doing a new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie. I didn't know that, but that would be cool. Yeah, listen, I think that Rick Moranis, it was a tragedy that he couldn't be in, or he wasn't wanting to be in Afterlife. I thought that would have just been icing on the cake if he had shown up in some way or another in Afterlife. But yeah, holding out hope that maybe possibly they can convince him to come back. I don't know how much of a possibility that is, since if they get Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd back, but Bill Murray's a no-go and Sigourney, I don't know. But it would be cool. I always thought it'd be cool to see the Rick Moranis Lewis character develop even further from his Ghostbusters 2 plot, where he became the 5th Ghostbuster and then kind of moved from there. I thought that would have been really neat to see, because I thought him and Annie Potts, it'd be cool if Annie Potts had married him and then he just wasn't. I don't know, but yeah, I really hope. So when then said, Jay, your hair is pretty. Thank you, dude. It's a ton of I use what's it called, Aussie hairspray. It's not the aerosol, just the spray. And LA Looks, that cheap ass shit that you get from Walmart for $2, and that's it. It just pops up. Good, thank you, sir. Sandman 81 says, let's see a portal open up and all these ghosts come out attacking the city, and in the background you see Michael Myers creep out and walking off. I mean, you know what? I would fucking kind of dig that, and not really at the same time. I don't know. That'd be like mixing like pizza with like mashed potatoes. Like, I love them both, but it's like, why the fuck is mashed potatoes on my pizza? I'll try it because I'm drunk. And then you're like, okay, maybe, but I don't like that. In a way, I do like that, but in a way, I don't. It sounds good when you're drunk. You know what? I'm going to get off of it, but you made a great joke, and I ruined it. Child of the Corn, like, who y'all rolling with, Bush or Stone Temple Pilots? Ooh, that's more of a Mike question. I don't really have an opinion on one. I like Bush. Bush is great. The beaver hiding in the bush. No, I guess I would pick Bush because I do like 2 songs from them that I know of, Machine Head and I Don't Want to Come Back Down from this. That's the only one I know. I don't know shit from Stone Temple Pilots except that they have a cool name. Stone Temple Pilots sounds like a World War II like secret Air Force program that only the elite could get into, and they were like doing secret runs against the Nazis in World War II, and Tom Cruise was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I bought for 5 minutes. You're talking about Nazis.
I was talking about defeating the Nazis. Okay, why don't you keep up? Okay, take your phone with you and turn it on the live stream. I'm at 938. Child of the Corn, the sexy from Iowa, asks who y'all rolling with, Bush or Stone Temple Pilots, and I was like, I'm always going to roll with Bush because it's Bush. But
that's a good question.
It's a sex.
Stone Temple Pods did have Bing Bang Baby. What's this?
I don't know shit. I literally don't know like any song from them that I remember at all.
You would know it if you heard it, like Picture Show Video or
Picture Show
Bing
Video.
Bang Baby.
We had a movie store in my town called Picture Show Video.
You know it if you heard it. I will take Bush though. If I had to, I would probably take Bush. I think, yeah, that's right. I
only know too. I was like, come down and Machine Head. Which, by the way, isn't it weird that they never played Machine Head for any Iron Man movie? You would have thought they would have totally used that.
That
got a machine head, and you'd be like, "Oh fuck!" That'd be like Iron Man 3, like when he's got the PTSD and he finally like overcomes his fear and he puts on the shit and he's like, "Got a machine head." I'm like, "Yeah, dude."
That'd have been amazing, dude. You had live stuck in my head. I was outside smoking a cigarette and I was like, "I can feel it."
It's like, "Love will lead us." All right.
Yeah, dude, you gotta listen to STP. That has some great songs. But I would go Bush. We saw Bush. They opened for Reagan Benjamin and at Rupp, and God, dude, Gavin Rosdale's so fucking sexy. I don't know what
hot.
Dude, I don't know what's her name? Gwen Stefani was thinking. She left that dude for Blake. I think he slept with him.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. So yeah, then she's like, "Well, I'm gonna go to somebody safe like Blake Shelton who doesn't do shit."
That's fair. I guess I
fucking hanging out with John Deere drinking Bush light beer. Because he don't want to be involved with that gay stuff, Bud Light. Fuck you. See what I'm saying? Like Mike's got an endorsement.
That's not alcoholic. We don't drink beer on this channel. You can get addicted.
This red cup is full of cherry cola.
Yeah, duh.
Cherry cola.
Candler says Lethal Weapon is one of my favorite franchises. How do you rank them? Mine's 1, 2, 3, 4 in order.
Wow.
Y'all think we will ever see Mel Gibson play Riggs one more time?
Will Hollywood ever fucking forgive him? I don't know.
One more time. Dude, I mean, Mel Gibson has been saying in the press for like 4 years now that they're going to do it. And then the director
There's no studio that'll back it. That's the problem.
No. Well, I don't think we'll ever see it again. I really don't, unless it's a fucking fan film. But I would rank them I'd rank them the exact same fucking way you did. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the correct ranking. That's the correct ranking, Colton. Well done, sir. I told Jay, speaking of the Michael Loomis skits, I texted him one summer night.
God damn, are you still on the Loomis and Myers skit?
It's different. I just texted him. I was like, dude, we should totally recreate the toilet scene from Lethal Weapon 2 as Michael and Loomis with the explosion on. That would be the fucking greatest.
And then I thought of the logistics of that. We probably get immediately that shit taken down because it's a bathroom scene. So you have to be on the toilet with your pants down.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I don't know how it would work out. It would be funny as fuck though.
I would love it. I think that would be the funniest shit of all time. But most people probably wouldn't get it because that movie's so old. Ed Boy Movies. Jay, you ever hear motherfucking Doom? He was a bit underground. MF Doom.
Well, he was so far underground, I never heard of him, Ed Boy. No, motherfucking Doom. Motherfucking Doom was that guy that came out in 1983, dog. Straight up out of Brooklyn. And then his shit got fucking overshadowed by the Beastie Boys, and nobody heard from him. But you know what? He's always survived underground. Fuck Eminem. Motherfucking Doom. Whereas, no, I never heard of him.
Luis Reddy said he thinks that we may have missed his super chat. I'm scrolling to see.
That's a lie. That's a lie, Luis. No, we don't make mistakes on this channel.
Texas.
You made a mistake, but no, I don't know. Is MF Doom? Is that a band? It sounds like a band.
I think it sounds like a DJ or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Luis Reddy said, "Sup fuckers? You ever listen to Tame Impala?" I'm
not gonna answer you, Luis, standing with your fucking bicycle shorts on the sad streets of Notre Dame. What are you waiting on your acceptance letter?
A Bruce Springsteen
Are you waiting on your acceptance letter, sir? Is that what that bench is for? Are you crying, waiting on your fucking acceptance letter? No, I don't know. I don't know. Who Tame Impala is.
I will though. I'm gonna write it down right now because Tame Impala sounds fucking interesting.
It sounds like when a cop is chasing an Impala car and they're like, "Yeah, it's a tame one. It's not going very fast. We're doing about 55. Blades. What's the speed limit? 65. Oh, it's a Tame Impala."
Hey, let's take a look here at some screenshots as we wrap up the Ghostbusters conversation here.
That was a queef. That's a queef sound.
Are you queefing something?
No, it queefs.
No, a queef's more like.
No, dude. I've heard him go. No, dude. Like that just sounds like it's like that's like a fucking alien.
So okay, taxis. This reminds me of Die Hard with a Vengeance, right? Hot town, summer in the city.
And then a big explosion happens. That's how you start a movie.
Oh, but yeah, you have that obviously because every movie's got to do it now. You start with an 80s song.
You got fucking Santa Claus over there with the sunglasses. He's not Santa. He's doing drugs.
That's Jay's cameo in the movie. Y'all don't realize that's Jay right there.
Dude, Santa Claus. That looks like Christopher Nelson.
I didn't see it. And then okay, there's shoestrings next Friday.
Chris Tucker somewhere.
Yeah. And then you got the again,
Coney Island. Is that Coney Island? Yeah, Coney Island. It says Coney's Cones right there, you dumbass.
Oh,
it says it right there, Coney's Cones.
You answered your own question, you fucking turd.
That's what I just said.
We got the Jaws scene, right?
Yeah.
Get out of the water. Arnold Schwarzenegger
says, playing with the boys.
Put that volleyball down. Beverly Hills Cop 3, the things slow down, everybody's there.
Yeah, these are all boring. Yeah, we all know it. It's just great setup. Yeah, okay.
That guy's got nice tits.
David Hasselhoff and his wife.
He looks like a football coach.
Yeah. Beyonce. That one chick that was I can't remember her name. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, so it comes from the ocean, and it's very much Godzilla-ish, right? Because it comes from the ocean. Jaws, Godzilla. That guy's that's me right there, having trouble getting out of the water. I was trying to take a piss, and then icicles start to land like Doomsday on the ground, and then the clouds roll in, and this is kind of dark. That's kind of cool and twisted. I dig it. Like Millie Bobby Brown up in the fucking cages. We're halfway through the trailer already. That's a dope shot, though.
Do you know what? They missed an opportunity when the bad shit started happening, dude. Can we fucking please acknowledge, okay? And I don't want to hear. I brook no argument. Bobby Brown on her own is the greatest goddamn Ghostbusters song ever sung in the history of Ghostbusters. I don't want to hear no arguments about it.
Right there, Seagal, the master of evil, trying to battle my boys.
That's not legal.
Oh,
got the proton packs at the back, and they split. But no,
you know it.
I wanted them to do it after how cool would it have been when Sub-Zero's monsters invaded the city? Then you have on her own comes on.
Dude, that would have been so much cooler. Like,
I know, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, fuck that.
I love Ghostbusters. Okay, Ray Parker Jr. is obviously he's Mozart. But Bobby Brown on her own, in my opinion, is the greatest fucking Ghostbusters song, period. When you hear that shit, your fucking foot starts a thumping and you want to pull on that proton pack and bust some ghosts.
I will say this, though. I think maybe my favorite part of the trailer is it does have that vibe. Even though, I mean, even the buildings, dude, this looks like Spider-Man 5. This is a fucking video game. But I will say that I do
relax. Let it cook.
Hang on.
Let it cook.
Hang on. I do appreciate the fact that the whole city getting overtaken at once does kind of feel like at the end of Ghostbusters when like the ghosts were everywhere and the fucking ground was quaking and everything's going crazy. A Ghostbusters movie has to have those moments where everybody in New York City is in pandemonium. Yeah, so I do enjoy that part of it.
You got to have a cut to the mayor, like, somebody get me the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was so much cooler, though, by the way, in Ghostbusters 2, when the sun was being swallowed up by the slime, that shit was fucking dope. In Ghostbusters 2, remember when he was like looking out the window and the sun was literally being swallowed by by slime and it was all pink and shit? It's like, dude. Somebody get me the Ghostbusters.
And Holly's got a great point. Wouldn't everybody have been impaled from all these fucking things? Not
but Holly, you're using logic to explain. It's a PG-13 movie. You can't be seeing children's legs get shattered and impaled.
And then that's fake as shit looking.
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty. I mean, this literally looks like 100% Sub-Zero attacking.
Yeah. Look at this,
Earth realm.
Pretty ass looking like come on, guys.
We're being harsh bastards. I mean, this is like we don't know the villain at all. This is just the beginning, but it does look super bad, like fakeish looking.
And that's like even with like Dark Knight Rises that came out fucking ages ago at this point, like when shit was like when bombs were exploding in the city and you had those aerial views, even that looked real. This looks fake.
Somebody would be like, "It's Ghost, Mike. What do you want, dude?" That's
and
cool,
again,
though.
day after
I love
tomorrow.
that. I love that. I love the little like the piano thing.
Yeah, and I do love the shot of the old school Ghostbusters.
That's a great poster right there. I love that. That poster should be the fucking poster.
Yeah,
like
I am
shot
into
right
that.
here.
That's pretty.
Woo!
Okay.
Lexi! Fuck yeah, dude.
No complaints about that.
Look how clean it looked. How clean it looked, though.
I put a little more mud on it. I put a little dirt
Just shut
on
your
it.
mouth. It was already muddy enough in Afterlife.
I put some cigarette stains on it, if it were me. That's all I'm saying.
For the first time in New York history, people froze to death.
Yeah.
That's it. Kind of
That's
weird
like,
line,
you know
right?
what? That it just kind of, okay, even when he was like frozen, he's like, oh, like that shit. You know what that reminded me of? What was that Ben Stiller movie? Night at the Museum. It had a Night at the Museum feel to it.
The whole thing does. Like yeah.
And I like Night at the Museum, but you know what I mean? Like it was for a certain age group. Adults could find it funny, but it was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
In the middle of July.
What is it?
The death chill.
Oh, dude, that guy's built his fucking real life, by the way. That dude.
Yeah, he is. The death chill. I do love seeing Ray.
Yeah, obviously. Dan
wearing
Aykroyd's
his
legend. Yeah,
members only jacket.
Yeah, that's how he looks after he drank all his vodka that he sells.
The power to kill.
That's the shot right there.
There is Bill Murray. We're fucking stupid, dude. We're fucking dumb.
You missed Bill Murray?
Yeah, I missed him. That's why I said I didn't know if he was going to come back. Okay, so I'm dumb. I missed that whole part.
Dude, I do love they got Winston in the outfit, and then look right over his
right
shoulder.
there.
Look at that
Ecto.
fucking sexy ass Ecto behind him.
So you got him. Go to the next scene. Right there, but he's probably like, "Fuck, I gotta be back in this shit."
I gotta pay.
I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that this, like, with Ernie Hudson in the uniform and Bill Murray in the uniform, is this right after Afterlife? Like a little bit after Afterlife, where they were like, "Oh shit, Sub-Zero's attacking Manhattan. We gotta do it," and then they're like, "No, you old fucks. You guys will get hurt. You'll break a hip." but they're like getting the gear on to go out and do it, and then maybe common sense stops them. They're like, wait a minute, let the young blood handle this.
I would hate that. I do love the fact that you can tell it with the lapel. He's even
No,
Bill's
he's
wearing
the
the
uniform. He's
suit.
got the uniform on. Yeah,
yeah, that's
By
nice.
fear itself.
That's semi old Ghostbusters.
I
Right
like
there.
that. Okay, I like the line come live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little gargoyle action.
Your teeth look nice.
Oh, did you see the doors get blown off the
Yeah.
Ghostbusters thing? That's dope.
Yeah. Oh. So it gets in. And then these
See the PKE meter in
Yeah,
his hand
that's
right there?
No, Mike, that's not the PKE, dude. That's the Neutrino one. Like, get it together. They're
Oh,
holding
sorry,
the gun.
Sorry, I got excited.
They're holding
There's
the
a
gun.
tornado. You
No,
think
it's
there's a
Sub-Zero coming in and farting.
Your veins turn to rivers of ice.
I love that shot. By
Ooh,
the way.
wait,
I
they
love
go
that
back,
they
go
show
back.
The containment unit.
Yeah, and like how it jostled like that. Because if you guys remember at the end of Afterlife, I think it was during the bonus scene, like the thing started blinking. So whatever's in there, like, Gozer's in there, Vigo, you think all the other ghosts they've ever caught since the 80s are all in there. And it was like, there was a possibility of them getting out. That's what a lot of people thought was going to happen. They were going to have like a ghost explosion. So maybe this Sub-Zero creature is like trying to get these ghosts out. I hope that we don't have another Gozer situation though. I don't want to have like, oh, bring me the ghosts and let them suck on my wiener so I can get strong. I don't.
Yeah, I do. Man, there's something sexy about that little square containment unit, though.
It's amazing.
You know what I mean?
It looks great.
Like, I love that.
But they always
shit.
say when the light is green, the trap is clean. So it's clean.
Your bones crack.
Oh, this is. I didn't notice this shot. This is, I guess, the villain.
Okay,
feeding up your brain.
so it's Christian Bale from Thor, the Thor Thunderous movie, where
Thor,
Natalie
the God Butcher.
No, what was it called? The Thor Thunderous movie, where Natalie Portman was the God of Thunder.
Yeah, Gore the God Butcher was Christian Bale's character.
Yeah, God Butcher. Yeah, it's God Butcher. It's the God Butcher.
That's dope looking though. Is he putting all the ghosts into his brain right here? What's going on there?
It does look like pipes. It looks like I mean, they could be horns, but it does. Oh no, wait! If you look on the left side, they've got ridge. That's like something like yeah, dude. Maybe he is like. What if he's like trying to absorb all the ghosts into his fucking head?
That's wild. In my head.
He's like, and then he pulls it off. He's like, I have a headache. Okay,
you do have a slew of new characters.
So the
too.
mom, Spangler, she's doing okay. So
Yeah.
she's wearing it. Paul Rudd's got like a fucking Halloween spirit one going on, and then obviously the daughter. Why the fuck does Paul Rudd look like that? Look, dude, it looks like a shirt. It doesn't even look like a uniform. Maybe it's just.
I can see the zipper.
No,
on
okay,
it. I think it's just like
it's just the angle of it, but yeah,
it's almost
The
there.
last thing you see.
Okay, yeah. Ooh,
And then there's Patton Oswalt in there, which I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet. A bunch of people are really angry that Patton Oswalt's in this.
what happened with him and Dave Chappelle?
Oh, I didn't even know there was a thing.
Well, yeah,
Like-
because he took a like him and Dave Chappelle have been friends for a long time, and they took like a photo together outside of a comedy show that he was doing. And because Dave Chappelle offended people, he deleted it and apologized. And they're like, "You're a piece of shit friend. Dave Chappelle's like been a good guy to you, and because of politics, you fucking like distanced yourself." Dave Chappelle's bigger than Patton Oswalt will ever fucking be in his tiny little life. And even the fact that Dave Chappelle took a anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just
I thought we were all on the like we love Patton Oswalt. He went through hell
No,
when his wife died and stuff thing.
No,
Like, I thought that everybody loved Patton
but
Oswalt.
Dave Chappelle was also like went through shit too, and was attacked and tried to be canceled, and was like, "I'm taking a picture with my friend," and then a coward says, "I don't want to take it because I'd stop popular," because he offended people with his Netflix special.
Oh, yeah, I'm late on this one. Either way, Patton Oswalt's in this movie, and so is that person. And there's
That's not
Dan
that's
Aykroyd.
the guy in the back there is the DJ DJ Tanner. It's fucking radio. What the fuck's his name?
Cuba
From
Gooding Jr.?
Afterlife. Anyway, you guys know the one kid that's podcast.
They got bounty paper towels. There's that dude coming out of the spice rack.
He's definitely going to be a Ghostbuster.
Again, there's a lot of new characters.
I don't
too.
know who
Like-
she is. She's got a proton pack on. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And it's again, it's like, is everybody a fucking Ghostbuster now? Like all your friends?
Recruiting the Powerpuff Girls. Like I want. Like you got enough kids. Stop.
Freezing up.
Like literally scared to death.
I love Paul Rudd.
So cool.
Like you don't give a shit.
That dude.
Yeah, Finn. I'm not. Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I feel like this is a part right here. Like so, he's a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, wearing a dress.
Yeah.
It's David. It's David. It's the guy from Disturbed about to open the show.
Yes, it's David Boreanaz.
Stupefy. Ha! It's fucking
Wow. Dude,
like
that looks fucking cool though. So who we got here? We got Finn, we got the
mom,
Spangler's daughter, we've got Paul Rudd, and then Spangler's granddaughter. I love it. I like that Paul Rudd's actually a Ghostbuster though. Technically, he is a Ghostbuster, and the actual daughter of Egon are they're Ghostbusters.
And those jackets are dope. They really are.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like they're gonna hunt ghosts and then hunt deer.
But also, once again, I'm like, where's the OGs right here? This seems like a very important moment at the end of the film. I'm kind of getting the vibe that they're not going to have much to do with this once again.
I guarantee you that Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd have a major part in the movie, but I think that Bill Murray has more or less of a cameo, probably like 5-10 minutes, where he's like, you know what? I've got, Dana back at home. I'm going to let the new guys handle this.
It'd be funny. He's like, I'm just going to hang back and answer the phones.
No, he wouldn't.
Like Bill Murray doing the Janine.
No, he's too into himself to ever do that.
But they do seem secondary for sure. Which I mean, the way that they led us on with that post credit sequence, I would have thought that in this movie, the OGs would have gotten a little bit more of a forefront time. They got
a huge nod at the end of Afterlife, like a huge nod. I mean, the whole movie centered around Egon Spengler.
Where the post credit sequence was all about Winston buying the thing and starting up Chicago.
Yeah, but
I thought.
Yeah, well, I just don't think anybody ever thought they were gonna. There was no possible way a revival was gonna happen. I think it was always a vehicle for the new crew to come in.
Which, look at what you're doing. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you're going from, obviously Spangler's not around anymore, but like with Harold Ramis, but you're going from that crew to Finn McKenty and the mom. It's just I'll give them.
They're better actors than what we got in 2016, and they're not bad. But I will say, because I'm 40, I'd rather focus on the adults doing the fucking proton handling.
Right.
But this is what the future is. What it is. I mean, it's just.
But even when we were introduced to it, we were looking at 30 and 40-year-old dudes. We didn't start with kids either. You know what I mean?
No, but it evolved to a point but we were kids when we watched that, and then what made that last, I think, over time was the kids that grew up with it. Like Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, the real Ghostbusters, the cartoon, all the extreme Ghostbusters, they were kids that grew up on Ghostbusters. I feel like
we were never watching kids.
No, but to be honest, to be fair, I would not have done the kids angle, but I feel like that was the only middle ground the studio would go for.
Maybe.
I swear to God, that's what it was. Because otherwise, why would you pass up on the opportunity to have Paul Rudd? Someone said Jamie Foxx, Channing Tatum, and the other guy, Chris Pratt or something, doing a movie. That would be fucking great.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of feels to me like they were going for Finn Wolfhard and the Stranger Things thing. They were going for what was popular more than what was good for a new story. That's just kind of feels like to me. I don't know. I just don't. It feels very commercial to me. But here we go. I like that thing. I do like that. That's kind of shit.
It just sucks. But it sucks. You could imagine Paul Rudd. Again, but I think the only way that it works though is if you reboot the entire fucking franchise. You completely reboot all of it, and you have 4 fresh new guys and you retell the story. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe would I watch it? Fuck yeah, I would. But would it be good? I don't know. I mean, I don't trust Hollywood nowadays at all. So I don't know what we would get.
You know what I would do, dude? If it were up to me, if it were legit, apart from Afterlife and all that shit, if it were up to me, I would do the exact same thing that the original did. And I would have what the Ghostbusters did in the original films, makes waves across the world, right? Just like it did in the original film. And then by Ghostbusters 2, nobody cares because it's not a hot story anymore. And they're doing birthday parties. Yeah. I would have a group of dudes and women or whatever. I would have a group of people.
No, women
maybe
you can't have women.
I would have a group of people and Ghostbusters on the other side, fucking Massachusetts, whatever, in this tiny little Ghostbusters house, and they still believe that ghosts are real, and they still believe in what the Ghostbusters did. The rest of the world has moved on, and then you have these middle-aged people who are no, we still believe that there's a purpose for us to exist. And we're trying to really, even though we're broke and we can't keep up the bills here, and we're a laughing stock, and people make fun of us on Instagram and whatever, you can tie in that new age shit to it. And they're we're just trying to keep the lights on and keep alive what the originals did across the globe. And then all of a sudden stuff starts to happen, and these new characters go out, and they're oh my God, the world needs us. They're down. They're just like the original cast. They're down on their luck. They're broke. They're taking out mortgages to keep stuff up.
you're copy and pasting the first movie, and that's exactly what people would say. They say this is not original. You're literally copy. It's like Psycho, but not Psycho the remake. It's literally doing the same story, but just in a different like part of the United States.
How is it better? How is it better than? How is that worse than just
because
like,
if you're
hey,
gonna
let's do the
Stranger
Stranger Things kid with
because
Ghostbusters.
if you're gonna do that, you might as well just reboot the whole fucking thing. Like just reboot the whole thing.
But it would all you could still. What I'm saying though is like it is essentially a reboot, but you're also doing what Afterlife did and paying homage to the originals. While also moving forward with the actual same feel of the original, rather than doing like the kindergarten Ghostbusters.
Well, his idea, the original idea for Dan Aykroyd was that there were several different like stations set up for Ghostbusters. They were like firemen. They were everywhere. And it was only focusing on this one precinct originally, and it was in the future or whatever. You could have had it if you go back and retcon things where maybe the ghosts had gotten everywhere and they had opened up different branches all across the United States, and then the main office folded up for whatever reason in New York, and then it slowly like went through the country, and then there was only one precinct left, and you could play around with that or whatever.
The last blockbuster kind of shit.
It could be like that, but I feel like what would happen is people would get confused, or they wouldn't like it. They would think that, well, the Ghostbusters OG, they would never, whatever. I think they did the best they could do with what they wanted to do with Afterlife, because they were trying to keep intact the legacy of Ghostbusters without trying to ruin it by rebooting it. But at this point, if this movie fucking blows ass and it sucks buttholes and it's more like Night at the Museum, like if it's like that and that's the direction that we're going in, I swear to God, I never fucking say that. I would rather you reboot the fucking movie and make it like exactly like the not exactly, but do your own spin, but make it rated PG-13, make it hard comedy, make it for adults, or maybe you could take your kids to it, but it's obviously like an adult kind of film, not like rated R or whatever, but you know what I mean. And do that. But I don't know, man. I look, even breaking down frame by frame, I'm a little nervous about this fucking movie, and I think that the proof is in the pudding. I think that if you slow it down and you take a second, you get over your like fandom, which I obviously am a huge fan. I love the idea that we're going to go get to see Ghostbusters next year for the 40th anniversary. It's going to be fucking awesome. But at the same time, I'm not too blind and naive enough to think like just because I'm a fan of the franchise that it's going to be somehow magically great just because it's associated with the Ghostbusters brand. It could fucking suck, dude. Mm-hmm. And listen, Afterlife was a hard movie to follow up on, and I feel like there's something about, I don't know, like Night at the Museum, like Suicide Squad, Will Smith type vibe to it, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I
about it. I don't know.
I think it'd be so easy to, and when I say this, I mean 10 years ago, Blumhouse, not today, Blumhouse, not Universal Blumhouse, but the Blumhouse before. I just think it would be so easy to Blumhouse this thing and say, hey, let's make this movie for fucking $10 million. Let's make this movie on a budget, and let's have it be about the story, and let's have these guys who are on the end of their rope, and they really believed in what the old Ghostbusters stood for.
The name is too big. That's why it wouldn't work.
And what they were doing, and and really put some story into that, and put some camaraderie into that, and have these guys that are down on their luck, and tell a really esoteric fucking ground level story where they were the only ones who believed in the Ghostbusters and what they stood for, and then all of a sudden shit started happening, and they were the only hope. Like, it is a reboot, yes, but like, fuck, dude,
it wouldn't work. I know I like it, but it wouldn't work because the name Ghostbusters is on this. It's on the same level as Star Wars. You can't make it for 10 million anymore. Like Halloween's a different story. Blumhouse works and thrives in something like that, but you're talking about Ghostbusters. Literally the symbol itself is like the second most recognized symbol in the world.
Right.
Like, I think that the reason why, because I feel like it's on the level now. It's so fucking huge that it just doesn't work. If you low budget that,
so it has to be a tent. It was never a tent pole.
Deadpool was $50 million, and that was considered low budget.
Well, okay, so maybe $10 million is not, but I just mean low budget in general. Like, I mean low budget in general.
I feel like the idea of using, I don't care what you do with it, just make them fucking adults. You don't make like little kids. Like the story would be easy to write. Yeah, technically speaking, down on their luck, like professors, and they followed the ghost. Yeah, it'd be cool. And they all grew up with it, and then now they're in their 30s or 40s. But I think the problem is I think the studio was like, we're not doing that anymore because we're trying to bank on a new generation of fans, not the ones that are like 40 and 50 that want to keep coming back. That's that's
we
why
weren't
we got kids.
But we weren't 40 and 50 when we fell in love with
No,
it.
but now we are.
It wasn't an adult franchise. It was an everybody franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's how it goes for all of these franchises because they know now that you grew up.
I mean, you're right. That's why they did it. You're right. I just think it's a mistake. I think they should take some fucking chances and have some nutsack.
I still think they did a decent enough job finding a balance with Afterlife. You know what? I'm going to wait and see this movie. I want to wait and see and withhold judgment on it because they do at least have Paul Rudd in the uniform along with Spengler's daughter. That they're our age. I mean, maybe I'm not holding out hope that it's going to not focus on the kids things, but maybe I'll be shocked and maybe it'll be awesome. I don't know, but
I think our best hope is that like Paul Rudd has some great scenes with the original Ghostbusters. Like that's kind of like the best thing I can hope from this. Like what else is there that would really excite you?
Dude, Paul Rudd, like he'd
be a great Ghostbuster.
He's a perfect Ghostbuster. Like he really is. Like he's exactly what you would expect a new age Ghostbuster to be. Like a younger, like I'll take over the proton pack situation from you, Bill Murray. I feel like he could lead it like a Bill Murray. Maybe not Bill Murray. Maybe more like no, he'd be more like Ray. More like the heart of the Ghostbusters. He doesn't have the he can be a smart ass, but I feel like he's got more of like the Ray vibe to him.
Yeah, no, I could say he'd be a great Ghostbuster. I think he was every time you and I ever talked about like how like this whole group of comedians should do it. And that's what it was. It was a comedy. Was there a single funny moment in this trailer? Did you laugh once?
I mean, the Paul Rudd thing at the end, but that was about it. That just
like and it was a Paul Rudd.
But you know what? Yeah. I think that at one point and people were like pissed about that. Who's the company that does they basically back Jonah Hill, Paul Rudd, 40-Year-Old Virgin, all that shit. Judd Apatow. There was a huge thing that Judd Apatow was making a move on doing a Ghostbusters movie and using his Catholic Seth Rogen, all those guys. To be honest with you, I would have actually loved to have watched that, and I would have loved actually who I would have got to direct it would be the director of not Half Baked, The Hangover. No, The Hangover.
Todd Phillips. Yeah, Todd Phillips. A Todd Phillips Ghostbuster movie produced by Judd Apatow. I'm fucking there.
I think that would have been amazing, especially if Todd Phillips was like, "Can I do anything I want?" And it's like, "Yeah, totally." Like, have fun with it. I'm
totally there for that, man.
Reboot the whole fucking thing. Do your own thing. I'd be like, God damn, dude, because that's what Todd Phillips said a long time ago. He was like, "You can't even make comedy movies anymore because they won't let you. Like, nothing is allowed to be funny."
It's absolutely fucking right. He's right. That's why we're getting this. That's why we're getting.
But can you guys imagine just for a second
Disney Ghostbusters?
Can you imagine a Todd Phillips fucking led Ghostbusters cast and movie written by Todd Phillips, produced by Apatow? It'd be, I mean, we would be like, it would be insane. Be like, "Oh, yeah, you guys just want like people that are drunk or like smoking weed or like talking about bitches and fucking them." No,
it's not. It's human beings, adults.
Look at what Todd Phillips did with Joker. Like he could make, like he would have serious moments in the fucking movie.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but adults still exist, and adults are still out there looking to watch adult comedies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, why is that like such a taboo thing to be like everything shouldn't be for fucking kids? I'm not saying Ghostbusters shouldn't be for kids too, but like Ghostbusters, the original, you take your kids and you like if they re-show it in theaters. I took my kids to see it, and there's a couple lines where like, all right, it's fine, but like it was still like it was adult humor. It was smart. It was satirical. It had edge. It wasn't just like fucking popcorn.
Yeah,
all the time.
I don't want anybody to be mad at and like saying that we're not manginas, like crying, like they're stealing our childhood. I'm just saying, like, there are certain movies that you expect to be a certain way, and just because of what they originally gave you, and then it goes a different way because it's easier and the dollar amount is in sight a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
It's
like,
the world we're living.
Listen. I hope the movie's awesome. I just have my doubts about when I watch the trailer, especially the breakdown. I'm a little nervous. I gotta be fair. I'm a little nervous. I gotta be fair. I gotta go pee. I don't know what the fuck is this.
Hey, we're almost. I mean, we're almost done. Do you have to pee really bad?
I really do. Yeah, it's coming out
like
my
really
ear.
bad. Okay, go pee. Go
right,
relieve yourself of your pee worries in the night, in the darkness. Yeah, I always hate to poo-poo stuff that people are excited about, but at some point, don't you just got to be like, hey, what's with this namby-pamby fucking Target bullshit? All right. Can anybody tell an original story? Can we have some fun with some shit? Can we do some smart scripts? Can we have some comedy in here? Does everything have to be fucking Blue's Clues? I don't know what I expected. I didn't expect anything more. I'm not disappointed. It's exactly what I thought it would be, but damn. It's like, you should just be happy that Ghostbusters is out there. Like, it's great. Like, I'm happy that Ghostbusters is out there. It's really cool that kids are going to get to watch this Ghostbusters and maybe get into it. Maybe check out the original, but like, I just feel like Ghostbusters was a fucking film, you know? Like, that was a film. Like, that had nuance. That had shit to it. That was strange and weird and different. And it fucking plowed it pioneered a fucking thing. And this just feels like a heartless, goddamn capitalist fucking Target version of that. I'm sorry, it does. But we'll throw back. We'll give you some fucking Easter eggs. To the old, so we got the old people in here. It's fine. You're gonna love it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just feels fucking soulless. I'll see it. I'll be excited to take my kids to see it, and I hope that they love it. And I'll laugh, and I'll have a good time, and it'll probably be like a 6.5 to a 7. But it will never, nothing that they do will ever feel like going to see Ghostbusters for the first time and having it fucking be like, oh my God, people can be weird and strange and different, and nobody can understand them, and yet they can change everything around them. It'll never feel like that again. I feel like it sucks. You know what I mean?
What?
You whore, you dirty little whore.
You fucking bitch. What'd you say?
Fucking whore. I said that your dick tasted weird.
I know. It was all the guacamole sauce.
Hey, I want to have fun with a little game here I came up with. A little Friday Night Fights type action before we go for the night. And this is entire screen. So I found this website, right? And it's called the Movie Ranking Database. Not IMDb, but something different. So you pick your genre. I'm gonna leave genre. Well, let's do. You want to just do horror? I mean, obviously, like
it's easy. You know, we'll do
so you pick your genre. We'll start with horror, and then you pick a subgenre. We'll leave that alone. Decade. Well, so let's go 90s. 90s. That's kind of our thing.
I mean,
we're old.
You uneducated infidel. I could do 1920s.
You fucking infidel. Stream. Okay, so like, all right, so horror from the 90s. And you pick randomize, and let's decide on each one. Let's see which one we would pick. On this side, you've got Halloween H2O or Friday the 13th Jason Goes to Hell. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
H2O.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, out of that, like, yeah, it's like, you know, do you want your dick sucked by that fucking whore that has like disease, or that whore has no arms? I mean, you're gonna obviously take the one with non-disease.
All right, so we'll leave Halloween up there. Randomize Jack Frost.
Oh God, Halloween.
I'm still taking H2O.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, unless you're talking about the Michael Keaton heartfelt movie, Jack Frost, it's not gonna work.
And these are all randomized, by the way. We're just clicking random shit. So, how about Bride of Chucky?
Halloween still wins. Yeah, it's still surviving.
Still going Halloween on this one. Yeah. So that's undefeated right now. Oh, it ends. It's over.
Army of Darkness, Ash.
Army
come
of
on.
Darkness.
Suck the boomstick, you fucking alien masked Michael Myers. Get your
I gotta
ass
remember
out of my face.
I gotta remember to say it for those listening on the podcast. We're pulling up a random movie generator and versing movies against each other, and we just pulled up Halloween H2O, won the several, and then we pulled up Army of Darkness. So Army of Darkness wins that round. So now we
Army of Darkness is pretty much, this is like baby, you got real ugly when you're talking H2O.
So Army of Darkness versus Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth.
Yeah, Army of Darkness still wins. Even though I love Hellraiser 3, it just wins.
Yep, I take Army of Darkness as well. So now Army of Darkness versus Stir of Echoes. That's tough, son. Stir of Echoes is a great movie.
You'll come into my house with your hot girlfriend, and I don't know how I should proceed when she's drunk in the bed next to me. I will say, dude, I fucking hate to do this.
Oh no, you're not
Army of Darkness.
No, you're not gonna do it.
No,
You're
I'm not gonna do it. No, Army of Darkness. Stir of Echoes is by and far one of the. It's a travesty on like how underrated that movie is.
It's amazing.
Stir of Echoes. It came out and it was overshadowed by The Sixth Sense, and that's why no one even talks about it. But dude, it like to me, Stir of Echoes is way scarier. Well, like even, and I know it's gonna be better acted overall than The Sixth Sense. It really is. It's.
I'm down with that.
I just think it is. But
I would take Stir of Echoes over Sixth Sense as well. I would take it full frontal male nudity over the Sixth Sense.
It did have its own twist. It had its twist. It had a really good twist too.
I have to think about this one.
With the feathers, I'm gonna take Army. Like it's classic fucking Raimi, dude. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. Like it's Ash evolved. Ash is evolved in the Army of Darkness.
I would put you to a vote, but I know I would just lose. So I think you're right. Army of Darkness beats Stir of Echoes. Although I'm telling you, if I'm on a desert island, I think I would probably pick Stir of Echoes.
No, because that would scare me. If I'm on a desert island, nighttime comes. I'm not gonna watch that movie.
That's fair. It feels wrong to say it, but I would. All right, so Army of Darkness versus Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Oh, me.
Well,
that's not easy.
Sam Raimi. No, it's easy for me. Sam Raimi has been taken off his throne. Go back to the cabin, bro, and write me a new script. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers is my go-to immediately. Curse of Michael Myers. Michael, immediately.
Not dead, just very much retired. I'm gonna go Halloween 6 over Army of Darkness. Dude, do you understand that everyone listening and watching this hates our fucking guts right now? Because they don't understand our love for Halloween 6, and they'll never understand our love for Halloween 6.
Yeah, I read that book. It was a masterpiece. Shut up and move on.
We're wrong, but we're picking Halloween 6.
No, go the other one. You're
yeah. No. So Halloween 6 versus Misery. Stephen King's Misery.
I know what people are going to say, and they're going to be like, Jay, why are you being such a tool bag? And I'm going to say, guess what? Because I looked into my handbag, and it was loaded with Curse of Michael Myers goodness, and one of the greatest fucking scenes ever in cinema with Michael Myers fucking people up in the goddamn operating room with the strobe light, and the only way it could have been better is maybe Breaking Benjamin was playing. So Michael Myers wins. Misery is great. Michael Myers still wins.
God, I wish to my heart and soul that Halloween 6 never popped up in this fucking list, because I agree with you, and we're going to catch so much shit for it, but I would take Halloween 6 over Misery. I would. It's our channel, and we're taking it. Halloween 6 survives. Oh, God, please do something. Like, give me Scarface, something to beat it, because it's going to be...
It's not going to do it.
Trimmers. Oh, God.
Fuck, dude. God damn, it hurts so bad.
All right, we got to take Trimmers.
It hurts.
Dude,
no,
we got to take Trimmers.
No,
we got to.
Oh, dude.
You can't pick Halloween 6 over fucking Trimmers.
Shut up!
Come on. It's too much. It's too much.
I can't do it. Lord Jesus. Give me a sign. Oh, you know what?
God.
Give me fuck, dude. There's a way to figure this out. Oh my God. What do I do? What do I pick? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these are staring at you. Imagine back in the day in Blockbuster. They're staring at you. Both these movies, you're fucking looking back and forth. What am I going to do? Who am I going to pick? What am I going to take home tonight? Kevin Bacon or fucking the last performance of Donald Pleasance? What am I going to do? Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Look at these shitty fucking people that like rated these.
I don't ever want Halloween 6 to go into the darkness. I don't. I feel like if we don't do it now, we're never going to fucking do it.
It's one of the best masks of all time. It's got one of the best death scene. It's got one of the best Michael meanness ever in a Halloween movie ever. It's got one of the best montages of him fucking shit up. When he not only does that goddamn operating room and then he kind of runs and jog steps to chase that fucker down the hallway.
Yeah. I love H6 as much as I love breathing. But here's my if we don't choose Trimmers now, we're never going to pick anything over H6.
I'll go on the journey with you. We've just betrayed the fucking church.
I don't believe in this pick, but we're picking Trimmers. Let's just say that. All right. Oh, it's true. Leprechaun 2
Get outta here.
versus Trimmers is Trimmers 6
That's like
times a week.
Leprechaun 2 is like
It's
finding
7.
a skid mark in your underwear. It's like,
All right.
whoops, I didn't wipe well enough.
Trimmers takes down Leprechaun 2. The Crow.
Oh, easy does it. No,
the Crow
easy.
versus Trimmers.
I think we've got a fucking unbeatable. This is like Kal-El coming to Earth. Superman cannot be beaten. It's the Crow.
It's the Crow. It's the you're not taking down the.
No,
fucking
I
Crow,
don't
dude.
think anything's gonna beat
You're
it,
not
dude.
doing it.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Will anything take down
I
the
don't
Crow
think so.
before hour 3 commences? All right, so the Crow versus nothing but trouble.
That's a
The
great
Crow
one, but
wins.
no,
That's
no,
easy.
no.
Nothing but trouble is fun though, but the Crow. Jack Frost. Okay, we're running back into circles. Cube. Yeah, it's the Crow. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3.
I thought this was
the
a
Crow.
challenge. If I wanted a kiss, I would have called your mother.
It's definitely the Crow over Leatherface 3. In the Mouth of Madness.
Not even close. Not even close.
It's still the Crow. It's still the Crow.
Crow's still whooping that ass.
Over again, we may not have the Crow. May
No,
take
it
the
might not.
championship.
I don't know what's gonna beat it, dude.
Arachno. Oh, that's
it's,
tough.
but it's not gonna break.
It's
It's not gonna.
tougher.
The fucking Crow, dude, over
Arachnophobia versus
Get
the
out my
Crow.
face.
I still pick the Crow, but it's tougher.
Yeah, it's not even close to me. I was like,
I do love
Brandon Lee, like, dude, the Crow, Burn.
I do love Arachnophobia
Burn,
though.
Cure. Okay.
Respect on Arachnophobia's name. The Faculty.
Good. No,
It's
good.
another fucking. But the Crow's just it's play. It's got good competition, but it's just too good. The Crow's over the Faculty.
Guaranteed to jack you up.
Oh no!
If you do that,
versus
dude,
the
if
Crow.
you do that, you must turn in all credentials ever.
No way,
If you
dude.
do that,
It's
yeah,
Scream.
dude.
It's fucking Scream.
No fucking
It's
way,
Scream.
dude. The Crow
Oh, no.
over Scream, dude. The Crow over Scream. The Crow, maybe
Oh,
the greatest superhero
it's
movie
gotta
of
go
all
to a
time.
vote.
The Crow.
It's got to go to a vote. It's got to go to vote because I'm not fucking. It's Scream. I love the Crow, but it's Scream, dude. Come on.
You have burned every fucking card you ever had with credentials.
We'll put it to a vote, and that's what we'll end the show with. We're gonna let you guys decide: is it
The
Scream
Crow
or the
versus
Crow?
Scream. What's better?
Holy
Which is better?
shit.
The Crow versus Scream. Okay, if you want
That's
to go be cool in your clubhouse with Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich and like hang out with girls and not watch The Crow with me with your leather jackets on,
don't
that's
try to
fine.
sway them
No,
into
no,
your
I'm not.
dark, twisted world.
I'm just copying your fucking playbook, goddamn
No.
John Madden
That's not what
of
I
the
do.
fucking playbook.
No.
No, I was actually doing that thing from Sasquatch Gang. Yeah, if you want to go hang out with your good-looking people and not watch The Crow with me, you can do that.
It's going to be a quick vote. That's going to be the last one because I think that nothing's going to get better.
That's powerful. That's like fucking watching Galactus take on a Celestial. Like that's fucking
tough.
Powerful, dude. That's powerful shit right there.
That's tough. Dude.
That's like watching Thanos take on Darkseid.
Oh, I got to get a drink. I'll be back.
You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Like the end of the universe could be occurring right now because those two are fighting, The Crow and Scream. Even though I don't have that much stock in Scream, but Scream 1 is a great film. It's original as fuck. But The Crow itself is also original as fuck and amazing. And is it possibly the best superhero movie of all time? Maybe so. Maybe so. And it's also Brandon Lee's last fucking movie on Earth. Come on.
Hey, don't use that shit. Fuck.
Shut up! You're not supposed to be listing.
You can't use Brandon Lee in that fucking argument.
You better not be listing. Are you listing?
Yes.
Yeah, because he has wireless earbuds. Yeah, I knew it. Man, it would be great if the last one had been Dusk Till Dawn versus The Crow, even though I will appreciate the fuck of anybody that Dude, Dusk Till Dawn, is it the greatest vampire movie? I don't know. Is it? There's an argument to be made, but you got other great. Anyway, we're talking about The Crow and Scream.
This motherfucker right here, this fucking dick right here said, he said, I was.
You know what? I
got wireless headphones.
Yeah, I have wireless earbuds too. I choose not to use them.
Not,
It's
I don't
cheating.
live in the. I don't
It's
sound like I live in
fucking
the
cheating.
future. By the way, I did run out of Maker's Mark to put in my drink, and I had to mix it with Woodford, so I might die tonight. To make
You're
a
drinking
complete
whiskey?
drink. Yeah, I mixed two different whiskeys
God
together. In the
damn.
same. Is that bad?
I didn't know they were
doing.
doing. I didn't know they were doing the
that bad?
remake of The Stepfather.
Wait, who am I here? Oh shit!
No, it's powerful. That's a powerful fucking choice, dude. That's a powerful
tough.
choice.
I was in the fucking fridge like mixing my drink, and I heard fucking Brandon Lee. I mean, you can't do that to Brandon Lee. I don't know if you heard me.
No, I said,
don't you fucking.
No, I said it's Brandon Lee's last movie on Earth, but you guys do what you want.
You piece of shit.
It was literally his last movie on Earth.
I'm gonna give it till 10:45 p.m. before I look at the results. 2 minutes until we look at the results. In the meantime, let's answer.
I mean, we're a screen-centric channel, apapparently, right? That's all. What am I? That's all Mike does is fucking Scream updates, motherfucker.
So I haven't done a Scream update like 3-4 months.
Yeah, because Matthew Lillard finally shut his dick off to you.
That's how he sucked it.
By the way, I will point out, do you guys not think this? Matthew Lillard would fit in so perfectly with the atmosphere of this channel, like as far as a guest.
Yeah, he'd be a great guest. He should come on the show.
Well, I would just ask him about Scooby-Doo.
That you piece of shit. You probably would. If you look at his IMDb, it's fucking hard.
I'd be like, you really think your character's alive? I'd be like, no.
Some of our last super titties, if you want to get those squeezies in, Ed Boy Movies said also, I don't know if it matters, but I heard the strikes are over. We talked about that in the beginning.
We did.
I was excited. Jay sided with the studios and the billionaires, and he said they should have never, ever let these people pay their rent.
That's exactly right. Fuck you. You'll get your rent when your goddamn door's fixed. And you haven't written shit. Fuck you. Crybabies.
Very excited, dude. That means that, and thank Christ, guys. I don't think any of us realized how close we were to having like no summer movies this summer season, no Halloween movies next year during October. We're gonna have a fucking blank period there, but I'm glad it's fucking over, dude. I was scared.
By this time, we would have got the last season of Cobra Kai. It would have come out. I think it was supposed to come out like around this like November, December, and I think they had to push that shit back too.
It was already hurting, dude. It was already getting dark. I'm so glad it's fucking over with. We can continue to live our lives and enjoy fucking content.
The studios were like fucking babies. Finally, here, go back to work.
Here's your SpaghettiOs.
Go back to
Caleb
work.
Parkinson. Ha clipped you, Mike. How'd that finger taste? I'm guessing you meant where I put your.
Oh,
that thing. I think I vaguely remember that. I've had a lot of Mountain Dew.
That's one of the gayest pictures I've ever seen. That's like a fucking
stir of echoes.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it's like totally advertising like chicks with dicks.
Mike Barton, would Seth Rogen make a good Ghostbuster?
I think Seth Rogen would be a better one.
I think Seth Rogen would make a good Ghostbuster. I do.
Yeah, he's not bad. Well, here's the thing: if you had Seth
Jay
Rogen,
hates his laugh so bad that makes him angry.
If Seth Rogen, it's like, here's the thing: is Seth Rogen going to bring too much of himself to the role? Where he's like, "Wouldn't it be cool if I was a Ghostbuster smoking a joint before we went and busted a ghost?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude! Goddamn, grow up, you fucking 45-year-old old man." Let me go smoke a fucking joint with the bros.
Hey man, you love Pineapple Express as much as
I do, but you're that age, like you want to go upstairs and smoke a joint before you go bust a ghost. Shut the fuck up.
I'll side with you on that. Like people who's like, okay, if you're past the age of like 30 at least, like if you're past the age of 30 and your entire personality is that you smoke pot, it gets a little tiresome. Like we get it, you smoke weed.
Well, here's the question: if James Franco wasn't kind of a douchebag, would he be a good Ghostbuster? I mean, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, if it wasn't for all the other shit,
all the other douchiness around him,
yeah, for sure. Because the interview is funny as fuck. That movie's hilarious. So is Pineapple Express. He's like my second favorite architect.
That is a good one. Yeah, I do.
Pineapple Express is a great fucking movie. By the way, directed by David Gordon Green of all things. Austin couldn't come tonight at the gym, but I do have a question, Mike. Would you rather be a wiener dog or a cocker spaniel? Rim shot. Wiener dog, cocker spaniel. I'd like a wiener and a cock. I'd like both.
In the butt.
I would actually rather be a cocker spaniel. I feel like they're more respected in the canine universe. If we're being serious.
Austin, did you ask that question with that mask on?
I didn't notice.
I know. Yeah.
That's
by the way, when he says rim shot, you know that Ernest P. Worrell's dog was called Rim Shot.
That's disgusting, and he should be ashamed of himself. That's perverted.
He died of cancer.
From the grave. So,
Okay.
I'm just. That's not. I was not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the outlandishness of it all. Everyone,
we can laugh at whatever we want to. It's our channel. We can
don't judge me. Don't you judge me, you dirty fucking horse. Caleb Parkinson. I wish it was Jay's finger or big toe. You pick. Would you rather suck Jay's big toe or Jay's finger? Comment down below.
They're both dirty. I mean, and you're ready to fucking experience that.
Yeah, dude, I'd rather. I think I'd actually take your toe because, like, your finger. I know your finger would smell like fucking Winston's or like fucking cigarette. It's like cigarettes and your butt because I like.
It would make
your butt a lot.
It would be familiar. That nicotine would fill you up and be like, oh, it tastes good.
I'm just trying to quit right now. Can suck at Jay's finger.
My big toe has been in weird places, but not so much as my first finger.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you wear boots though. Like Jay likes to wear boots a lot, so you got them sweaty boot feet.
Some people like sweaty feet.
That's disgusting.
No, dude, like there's people that have foot fetishes. They smell them.
Yeah. You know what's always been gross to me, dude? Is
that's weird. No, by the way, like that is the nastiest thing ever. Like a fetish, like people that smell fucking. They want like the dirtier feet is better.
I'm not against feet. Like feet's
fine, but I mean,
in the right situation, feet can turn me on. But like, yeah, I'm not
dirty. Like if you, but you know, like feet that are like fucking dirty and like got dirt on them and like they're muddy and like they smell that shit. That's gross.
Yeah, no, we don't mind sucking on toes.
Have you ever sucked on a toe? Have you ever sucked on a toe?
Yes,
during throes of passion.
Yeah, had the feet up like this and
I feel weird. I thought about it before. I'm like, the leg's been up here, and I'm like, no, because I'm gonna have to make. I want to look at her face if I'm doing it, and then she's gonna be like, no, but if you have the toe in your mouth, and you're like, and then you're like, well, no, I mean, I'm trying to I'm pantomiming it, but I'm not like you got a big fucking toe in your mouth, and you're like, ooh, you like that? Like it's fucking weird. I don't know. Like, what is she supposed to be like? Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You ever been jacked off by feet? You ever use feet to jack yourself off before?
No, but I've seen a lot of porn where they've done that before, and sounds amazing.
It's not bad at all. If they're smooth feet, like you don't want to be like down there with like the third base coach for the fucking Anaheim Angels.
You know what it was, dude? I lost,
but it's not the worst thing in the world.
I lost my nerve. I couldn't do it. I thought about it. Like there was a possibility that could have happened, and they were like kind of down for it. And then I was like, I don't want you to like judge me tomorrow over flapjacks.
I don't judge you. I've done
no,
it
not
all.
you. I'm talking about her. I don't want to like having breakfast with you at Waffle House at 3 a.m. after I'm sobering up. I'd be like, so is it weird if I ask you to jack my dick off with your feet?
Well, I eat this fucking omelet.
I mean, this fucking waffle, and she's like, no, it was kind of weird, I guess, and you came all over my feet. But
no, it's not. I don't think it's the kind of thing you talk about over fucking Denny's. I just think like you're having sex on a washing machine, and then there's 2 feet there, and then you just put them together on your dick, and then they start going up and down. And you're like, hey, you're jacking me off with your feet. And that's what we're doing right now. That's what's happening.
I never had that. I've never done that. I've never like, and mine's been very basic. I mean,
you ever had sex on a washing machine?
No, I'm saying like I don't do degenerate shit.
Neither of us are that tall, so you do have to work the fucking quads a little bit. You have to like fucking put your feet up a little bit to get your fucking self up there, to get your dick high enough to get up there. But it's a good time, especially if it's on.
Yeah, you know, like if
are we still live?
If it's gonna require that much work, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I'm going at like a basic caveman. Like let's get off together and like let's not. It's like not required for us to be like, we're not trying to be a goddamn Abercrombie and Fitch commercial. Let's just fuck.
Not essential. Yeah, definitely not essential. It's not an essential part of sexual experiences for sure. Okay. Oh, we did that one. That's what started all this, Caleb. You son of a bitch. You shameful son of a bitch. Christopher Sampson.
Whoa,
like
Chris
that bitch Sampson. Sorry, I'm late to the party. How's live shit? It's going good, man. We're talking about fucking feet.
Sucking toes and shit.
Yeah. Good luck finding a boyfriend who sucks toes. Have you seen When Evil Lurks on Shudder? I really enjoyed it. Are you dudes going to review the exciting movie The Forest Hills?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, kid. I don't know what the Forest Hills is. I have no idea what that is.
I've had every intention to watch When Evil Lurks on Shudder for like a week and a half now, and it just never happens for me. So eventually, yeah, absolutely. I've never heard of the Forest Hills though.
When Evil Lurks sounds like my ex-wife at Kroger, and I'm not aware that she's shopping for groceries. And I am
going to write down the Forest Hills though,
because
I haven't heard of that one yet. Dude, no, When Evil Lurks is supposed to be like the scariest movie of the year from a lot of people's perspective. It's fucked up. It's subtitles, so that's why it's
I think my Shudder might have expired, but I don't know. I have to look.
I put that on our Patreon. As far as like, we always put up a poll every month on Patreon, like, what commentary do you want us to do? And that was a choice. They didn't pick that. They picked what's the commentary this fucking month? Shit.
Bill and Ted.
No, it was
Wayne's
you
World
guys tell
Tour.
me what commentary did you guys pick? Somebody in there knows. Fuck, I forgot what it was.
They do.
But what Evil Orcs was on there. I love you, Chris. You're fucking
Thank you,
awesome,
man.
dude. You're the best. Caleb Parkinson said, "That's better. Be careful what you do, fellas. You do gotta wash your dick."
Yeah, well, you notice that he changed his fucking profile pic, and he just used that. What I did, you see.
Oh, it's you sucking on a fucking finger.
It could be a
That
dick. It could be a
fucking
finger.
pervert.
We'll never know. It's a Goosebumps episode. You got to tune
What?
in next week to find out what it is.
What a
Good on
fucking
you, Caleb.
pervert.
Now that's the skill that I wish I had.
Watch what you do on the internet, kids. JKs. Woo! The Crow is no Sharon Stone, Jay. It's no Sharon Stone.
You're out of your fucking mind, JK. Go back on the airplane and get drunk and touch women inappropriately. Ric Flair.
I know what your vote is, you little fuck. Oh, it's X. By the way, we're the commentary of this month on the Patreon is Ty West's X. Jay's never seen it, so it's gonna be a full-on reaction.
Oh my
You're gonna
god,
like it.
what's it
It's a
about?
good slasher. It's a slasher film.
Oh, it's a slasher. Okay.
And old people have fucking sex in
It
it.
just sounded like when you were like Ty West X. It's like it was a new album that came out.
It does. X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that's fucking Death Row Records. Ty West X.
Let's see who won the poll. Is it Scream? Is it The Crow? I don't know. Fuck a hoe. Suck a dick. J.K. Simmons.
Just reveal it, yo.
The winner is Scream. 65% to 35%, and there is a God.
God, you guys are so fucking simping hard. You fucking white knight motherfuckers.
Scream,
I'm so fucking done with the channel right now. You fucking nasty motherfuckers. Shit, for real? For real though? For real though? You
Say
guys
a
are nasty
prayer
as
for
fuck,
the
though.
youth of America.
Say, yeah, you should. You should say a prayer for the youth of America. They picked that shit fucking movie of The Crow. You nasty motherfuckers. For real?
Big Rames is in the audience tonight. Better them than me.
Yeah, you motherfuckers gonna get it later on when this shit go fucking get reviewed back. You motherfuckers are dead. They're gonna find you. You motherfuckers don't know shit about cinema. You talk about a goddamn Scream movie, a fucking reinvention of slasher with Wes Craven, but you talk about The Crow, bitch. The Crow with Brandon Lee. You dumb fucks.
Hey, do us a favor, guys. If you had fun tonight, please click like on this stream, and even better, share it with your friends so that we can do more Random Movie Generator, talking shit, getting naked, talking
That
about
was fun.
fucking feet.
I actually like that better than I like that better than like just doing we have our list and stuff. But that just seemed more like on the fly cuff. That's fun. I like that.
I had a great time. I had a great Frank, everybody knows you had a great time, Frank. Is KFC still open? I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
It was good.
Why did you when you just said I was on a thing and then you just went, yeah. And you made me feel uncomfortable. Like
I meant to.
Well, now I feel uncomfortable. So
good. Now it worked. Why don't you go take your goddamn trophy of Scream?
You're just
and go
mad.
in the bathroom with it.
You're just mad that Scream's better than The Crow. Like,
oh my god, dude, and that will never fucking be existing ever.
It's just
I don't believe you. I don't believe anybody here anymore. I don't believe this. I feel like I'm goddamn Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna be the Green Goblin. My shit's gonna fly. Everything's good. It's falling apart.
Just I can't feel my fucking legs.
Nothing is over. Nothing. I'm gonna start spitting water up in the air like fucking Triple H.
Hey, watch Sly on Netflix, by the way. That's a fucking great documentary. You gotta see it.
That. Like, yeah,
dude,
I gotta watch
had me teared up, had me fucking motivated. It was great. We'll see you guys super fucking soon. I don't know when, but soon. We love you. Thanks for watching this.
We'll see you on the flip side with eggs.
If Jay doesn't quit the channel because of your choices on Scream, he'll see you soon.
I don't know. It's real hard.
Tune in Saturday. Or
do we have something going on Saturday?
I don't think so. I don't know when the next stream is. We gotta look at the schedules. Gotta look at the tendrils. The death tendrils.
But yeah. It's been fun, guys. Like that random generator was fucking fun though. I did enjoy it. I like it. Like I'm not saying that it would replace our other tier rankings that we do, but that actually does take the work out of our hands.
It does. It's fun. And then I think it's limited because they only, like I said, we even got a couple of repeaters in there, but it could be a nice little touch to add on the streams. A nice little Michael Myers teeth.
But I feel like it's weird that they would add the Crow and horror.
I would
like if you really think about it, is The Crow really a horror movie or is it an action thriller?
I think it fits. It would be at the same parties.
They would
Like
hang
7.
out like outside with their fucking crow makeup on.
The Crow versus 7 would be a tough one too.
That would be that's another one.
I'd take 7.
Oh my god. God, it's so great how he sucks dick. It's the best.
Are you done, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Yeah,
I swallowed
great
it.
time, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes,
I really appreciate you guys and your support and your super chats. And again to that guy. Mike already mentioned it. We weren't being like mean about the Loomis Meyer shit. So
no, we're just kidding.
It was just jokes. It was just jokes. It was teenage boy jokes. Okay,
like our dicks are jokes to our wives.
100%. Yeah, that's true. It happened like last night. They laughed.
I was watching.
I know.
I
See you guys.
Good night, guys. We love you.
Bye.